What's going on, ballers, and welcome back to another AWA Wiffle Ball matchup. We're here in beautiful Edmonds, Washington on the hottest day of the year. Tonight we have the Western Wolfpack taking on the Central Cyclones, two of the best teams in the American League division. Let's get right into it tonight. Dingers or nothing.
Deep. That is a grand slam. Jack Playhouse not ready to go home today. Deep. Gone. Deep. Gone. Walk on. Gone. Grand slam. Playable in the gap. What a play. What a play. Peter McNeil.
And welcome back, everybody, to another Wiffle Ball matchup. Tonight, we have the Western Wolfpack taking on the Central Cyclones. It's the hottest day of the year here in beautiful Edmonds, Washington. So we'll see how these two teams play tonight. For the starting pitching tonight, we're going to have Evan Clugston and Alex Harden on the mound. Both of these pitchers have been playing out of their minds this year. It's going to be a great matchup. In addition, the Cyclones also have Dominic DeMiro on the mound in their second game tonight. It should be a great matchup. For the starting lineups for the Western Wolfpack, we have Alex Harden. Thomas Playhouse is making a return tonight. It should be great to see him back in the lineup. Thomas has 7 home runs in only 5 games this season. He's a very, very explosive player. Tyler Clout will also be here as well in the number 2 pitching role. Josh Bergevin will be here. Brian Hewlett will also be here as well. And Aaron Schofield, who made his debut last week, will also be on the team for the Wolfpack tonight. For the starting lineup of the Central Cyclones, Evan Clugston will be leading the way as the team captain. Dominic DeMiro will be hitting behind him. JB Rogers, unfortunately, will not be here tonight. And Dominic's brother will be playing in place of him in Gabe DeMiro. Joachim Soderquist will not be here, unfortunately, tonight, and Jeremy Langstead will be back for the Central Cyclones in his position.
Gone. Grand slam. Gap. What a play. Deep. Gone. Deep. Deep. Gone. Grand slam. The Stingers take game 2 in the gap. What a play. What a play. Peter McNeil.
Oh, this is live inning. I'm here with Central Cyclones team captain Evan Clugston. Evan, what's going on? My first question for you here tonight is, you've had some issues with the heat check rule in the past, but you know, you've been figuring it out lately. What have you been working on? How are you going to stay within the limit tonight?
Well, I mean, I guess I got to give it up to kind of doing late night workouts, getting me a little bit sore. It doesn't make me throw as hard, and I can throw more accurate with it. But I guess that's all I got to say for that one.
Love that, love that. Well, both you, Central Cyclones and the Western Wolfpack, are two of the best teams in the American League. You're only 1 game back from the Wolfpack tonight. This is a huge series for you guys heading into the All-Star break. What's the major game plan tonight? How are you going to take on the Wolfpack and their great pitcher in Alex Harden?
We just got to come out fast and just keep that going, because if we can get momentum from the first game, I think we'll be able to get it through the second and third. And like I said, we just got to keep going hard, swing at pitches that we like and we know we can hit, leave the ones that are in the low and high. I mean, our pitching will come along too. We got people in the field, so just got to keep attacking.
Love it, Evan. Love it. Hey, well, as the fans now know, this is the hottest day of the year in Edmonds, Washington. It's going to be a toasty one. What are you and the Cyclones doing to combat the heat, beat the heat tonight, and come out on top against the Wolfpack?
Our goal is just to stay 100% hydrated, because if you're not feeling it, that's just not a good sign, because that's just going to lead to mistakes. So our number 1 goal is just be hydrated the entire time, in between innings. Even if there's like a ball over the fence that we have to get, just go get a quick sip. We just got to be staying hydrated, so we just come out full power.
I love it, Evan. Hey, good luck out there tonight.
Thank you.
All right, tell me when I'm ready. I'm here with Thomas Blayhouse of the Western Wolfpack. Thomas, you might be the most exciting player in the AWA, maybe one of the best hitters in the league. You have 7 bombs in only 5 games this year. You're 3 home runs back of the league leader in myself for the lead in home runs. What are you going to do tonight at the plate? We're going to see you take the lead?
Most likely. Most definitely.
We love that. We love that. All right, Dominic DeMiro and Evan Clugston are the best 1-2 pitching duo, arguably, in the league. This might be the best pitching that you face all season so far to this point. What's your plan at the plate tonight?
Keep it the same, 4 for 4 off the ERA leader, so not too worried.
Okay. All right. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. All right, last question for you, Thomas. Both you, the Western Wolfpack, and the Central Cyclones are probably some of the best teams in the league. It's a hot day. It's a hot matchup. What's the game plan tonight? What do you plan on doing?
Take the series, get the win column up a little bit, and just make sure my team's in a good position for the playoffs.
Love it. Love it. You heard it here first, folks. Thomas, thank you, man. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you, Peter. Nearing Seattle area. What? Oh, I was on. Okay. What up, everybody? Welcome back to another AWA matchup. We're here in beautiful Edmonds, Washington on the hottest day of the year. It's 100 currently right now on the degree-o-meter. And for those of you who don't know, who are around the Seattle area in Washington State, this is incredibly hot. I believe the world record for heat around Seattle, Washington is 103, and we're sitting at 100 right now. It's going to be a good one tonight. We have the Western Wolfpack and the Central Cyclones as we get ready for game number 1. These are 2 of the hottest teams in the league. The Western Wolfpack are ahead of the American League, and the Central Cyclones are only 1 game back. They could take the lead in the American League tonight with the series win. Dominic DeMiro is going to be starting on the mound for the Central Cyclones. DeMiro has been incredible both on the mound and hitting this season. It's going to be a great matchup. Alex Harden is going to be starting it off for the Wolfpack to start game number 1. It should be a good one here, folks. As we're getting ready again for game number 1. We're good to go. As we get ready with the production crew and everything. Pitch number 1 on the way from Dominic DeMiro. Misses high for ball number 1, 1-0. The count. Oh, my bad. Second pitch connects for strike number 1, 1-1. The count now to Alex Harden in game number 1. Nobody on, nobody out. Alex swinging at a pitch that hit him for strike number 2. The count now goes to 1-2 to Alex Harden, 51. 1-2 the count now. And Alex swings strike 3, and that's the first strikeout for Dominic DeMiro in game number 1. Alex swinging at a couple of bad pitches there, and DeMiro gets the first out of the first inning. There's now 1 out in the top of the first of game number 1, nobody on, and Tyler Clout is about to come up to the plate. Hey, Jack, can you go get me the clicker over on the team? Oh, is it? Oh, no, it is. My bad. No, I got it. Okay.
We're good.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Tyler Clout now at the plate. The 0-0 to Tyler. Misses high for ball 1, 1-0. Count now here to Tyler Clout. As that pitch misses low and outside, 2-0. Count to Tyler, 2-0. Misses inside, that brings the count to 3-0 to Tyler Clout. 3-0 on the way. Misses low, and Tyler is going to draw a walk, and up steps. He's finally back, folks. Thomas Blehaus, one of the most electric players in the AWA. He has 7 home runs in only 5 games this season. He's been an absolute beast. Arguably the best offensive player in the AWA against one of the best pitchers in the league in Dominic DeMiro. The 0-0 to Thomas. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. This is an incredible matchup. First time these two have faced each other. That pitch misses 2-0. The count to Thomas Blehaus. 2-0 on the way. Misses inside, 3-0. Now the count to Thomas. Thomas always hates to walk. He will swing at just about anything on 3-0 to not walk. 3-0 on the way. And that's absolutely roped down the first baseline. Thomas Blehaus's dog, Ollie, was right there and almost got hit with the wiffle ball. That wiffle ball honestly might be broken, as it just absolutely was destroyed on the way down to the first baseline. The count moves to 3-1. We'll see what happens here in this highly anticipated matchup between DeMiro and Thomas Blehaus. That pitch is not a strike, as it was 61 on the gun, hit the zone.
That's just a no pitch.
Just a no pitch. The count will remain 3-1 to Thomas Blehaus.
Like cheddar. Really? Like I'm not gonna swing at that.
3-1 the count here to Thomas. Swinging at the drop for strike number 2. That moves the count to 3-2 full. Now to Thomas Blehaus. 3-2 full here on the way. Swinging for strike 3, and DeMiro gets him.
How fast is that?
55. Gets Thomas Blehaus on the inside pitch. 55 is the max you can throw. 55 is the max that you can throw in the AWA. We do have a heat check rule in the AWA. 55 miles per hour is the fastest you can throw. We gun all the pitches just to make sure that we stay within the limit. Josh Bergevin now steps up to the plate against Dominic DeMiro, the 0-0. As Josh fouls the first pitch off for strike number 1. 0-1 the count here to Josh Bergevin. Second pitch connects. 0-2 the count now to Josh Bergevin. There's a runner on first with 2 outs in the top of the first of game number 1. Swinging there for strike 3, and that's Dominic DeMiro's 3rd strikeout of the inning. DeMiro strikes out the side of the first inning as we head into the bottom of the first for the Cyclones' first at-bat of the day. For those of you with us on TikTok, thank you again for the continued support and hanging out with us. I did just want to remind everybody that we do have a YouTube live stream going on. The link for our YouTube channel is in the description. Go check it out. Overall, a better viewing experience over there. We have a scoreboard, player interviews, player stats, music, and everything over on the YouTube channel. Go check it out if you're with us on TikTok. Overall, a better experience. You won't regret it. As we're getting ready for the bottom of the first in game number 1, again, for those of you who are just joining us, it's the hottest day of the year in Edmonds, Washington. It's reading at 100 degrees right now. It's hot. Thank goodness for these trees in the shade. Otherwise, it would have been tough to get this game in today. Evan Clugston is going to lead it off for the Cyclones in the bottom of the first. The score is still 0-0. Gotta love the shorts. Evan Clugston getting ready for the 4th of July. He's got the American flag shorts on. You gotta love it. As we get ready for the bottom of the first, the 0-0 here to Evan Clugston. Hits him for ball 1, 1-0. The count to Evan. The 1-0. Misses low, 2-0. Now the count. 2-0. There's nobody on, nobody out in the bottom of the first. Score is 0-0. As that pitch connects for strike number 1, 2-1. The count to Evan Clugston. Oh boy. Fouls that pitch off. The count now goes to 2-2 even. The 2-2 on the way from Alex Harden. Goes behind him. And the count is now 3-2 full. Again, we're here in the bottom of the first of game number 1. Nobody on, nobody out. The score remains 0-0. Dominic DeMiro struck out the side in the top of the first. 3-2 on the way to Evan Clugston. Misses low. And the Cyclones are going to have their leadoff runner on first base with no outs for the dangerous Dominic DeMiro, who has been great both on the mound as well as at the plate this season. The 0-0 on the way. Dom fouls the first pitch off. The count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 on the way. Dom swinging at the curve there, moves the count to 0-2. Dom falls behind quickly here, 0-2. Another curveball, but that misses, 1-2. Now the count, the 1-2 on the way. Goes behind him, and the count now goes to 2-2 even. The Cyclones have a runner on first in the bottom of the first of game number 1. The score remains 0-0 here early. 2-2 on the way to Dominic DeMiro. Misses outside, and the count now goes to 3-2 full. 3-2 on the way. Misses high, and DeMiro works a walk. And the Cyclones now have their first 2 runners on, first and second, in the bottom of the first with no outs. And up steps to the plate for the Cyclones in his AWA debut is Dominic's brother, Gabe DeMiro. The 0-0 here to Gabe. Misses low, 1-0. Count now to Gabe. Gabe in his first AWA at bat. Second pitch moves the count to 2-0. 2-0 on the way. Misses low again, 3-0 moves the count as Alex Harden is struggling to find the plate early. He walked the first 2 batters of the inning, 3-0. Misses, and Alex walks the first 3 batters. The bases are now loaded for the Cyclones. And Jeremy Lankstead, who's rocking the awesome sandals tonight, might have the best shoe game out there today. Steps up to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch connects for strike number 1 to Jeremy, 0-1. The count. Second pitch hits him on the elbow, 1-1. I don't think so. I don't think so. That's 1-1 to count. That pitch misses outside. Ball number 2, 2-1. Jeremy swinging at the high cheese. 2-2 even is the count to Jeremy Lankstead as we have bases loaded for the Cyclones in the bottom of the first of game number 1. It's a hot one here today in Edmonds, Washington. 100 degrees at the start of game time. Thank goodness for this shade. 2-2 even is the count to Jeremy Lankstead. That pitch misses low for ball 3. 3-2 full is the count here. Now to Jeremy. 3-2 on the way. Misses outside, and that's going to bring in a run for the Cyclones. The Cyclones now go up 1-0 here early in the bottom of the first. The bases will remain loaded. No outs. And Evan Clugston is going to come back up to the plate. Alex Harden struggling to find the zone early here in game number 1, which is a very rare case for Alex as he's been very, very effective all year for the Wolfpack. First pitch misses to Evan Clugston, 1-0 the count. Second pitch misses outside, 2-0 moves the count to Evan Clugston. 2-0 on the way. Swing at the fastball. Moves the count to 2-1. Now to Evan Clugston, the 2-1. As that pitch misses low, count moves to 3-1. 3-1 on the way. Misses outside, and that's going to walk in another run for the Cyclones. The Cyclones are now leading 2-0 here early in the bottom of the first. And Alex just has not been able to find the strike zone this inning, walking in the first 2 runs of the game. Dominic DeMiro steps back up to the plate, looking to do some real damage with the bases loaded. Game number 1, the 0-0 on the way. Fouls the fastball off for strike number 1, 0-1 the count. 0-1 the count here to DeMiro. Hits the strike zone for strike number 2. Dominic DeMiro falls behind quickly here. 0-2 the count. Oh, my bad. Did I say that? 0-2 on the way. Misses on the curveball for ball 1, 1-2. That pitch misses again. 2-2 the count to Dominic DeMiro. The 2-2 on the way. Is that in play to Brian Hewlett? He bobbles the ball. Gabe DeMiro's going to score, and everybody's going to be safe. The Cyclones now leading 3-0 on this RBI single from Dominic DeMiro. And Gabe DeMiro in his AWA debut steps back up to the plate. The first pitch hits for strike number 1, 0-1. The count here to Gabe, 0-1. Second pitch misses outside, 1-1. The count moves. The 1-1 on the way to Gabe. Swinging at the outside pitch, 1-2. Now the count as we have bases loaded, no outs in the bottom of the first. Cyclones leading 3-0 here early. 1-2 on the way. Swinging high, and that's strike 3. Alex Harden gets his first strikeout of the game, and the Wolfpack get their first out of the inning. There's now 1 out with the bases loaded for Jeremy Lankstead, who is still wearing the coolest shoes I've probably seen today. Rocking the sandals here on this 100-degree day in Edmonds, Washington. The 0-0 on the way. Connects for a strike. 0-1 the count to Jeremy Lankstead. The 0-1. Hits the outside of the zone for strike number 2. 0-2 the count now to Jeremy. Alex starting to find it a little bit. Jeremy holds for ball number 1. 1-2 the count as the Cyclones have bases loaded in the bottom of the first. 1 out. As that strike 3 called it, Jeremy is out on strikes looking. And that's going to be Alex Harden's second strikeout of the inning. There's now 2 outs for the Cyclones in the bottom of the first. But the bases will remain loaded. The Cyclones are still leading 3-0 here early in game number 1. They are 1 game back of the Western Wolfpack in the American League. This is a huge matchup between these two teams today. 0-0 on the way to Evan Clugston. Swing at the first pitch. High fastball. 0-1. Now the count. The 0-1 on the way. Hits the top of the strike zone for strike number 2. 0-2. Count from Alex as he's starting to find the zone. Swinging at the curve, and that's strike 3 for Alex Harden. And he gets the Wolfpack out of the inning. Alex Harden strikes out the side, but the Cyclones score 3 on a couple of walks. 2 walked-in runs and an RBI single from Dominic DeMiro. And the score is 3-0 as we head into the top of the second here in game number 1. For those of you with us on TikTok, thank you again for all of the continued support. Go check out our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube live stream going on over there. The link for our YouTube is in the bio. Go check it out. Overall, a better viewing experience. We have a scoreboard, player interviews, player stats, as well as music. Go check it out. Yeah, you can. If you want to hold it, go for it. All for it, man. We're getting ready for the top of the second. Nobody on, nobody out for Brian Hewlett. The 0-0 on the way from Dominic DeMiro. Hits the strike zone for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Tyler, just let me know if it's faster than this. 0-1 the count here to Brian. That pitch misses high. 1-1. 55 good. It has to be over that. 1-1. That misses low for 2. It's the ball. Only 2-1 here to Brian Hewlett. Swinging at the low pitch, moves the count to 2-2 even, as there's nobody on, nobody out in the top of the second of game number 1. The Cyclones are leading 3-0 off a few walked-in runs from Alex Harden and an RBI single from Dominic DeMiro. We're getting Dominic a few balls here. Reloading them. 2-2 even is the count to Brian Hewlett. 2-2 on the way.
My host family's got a TV, but it's like
misses low, and that'll bring the count to 3-2 full. Brian's also rocking some sweet kicks. Plate. And that hits the strike zone for strike number 3, and that's the 4th strikeout for Dominic DeMiro in the game. Dominic DeMiro been very effective so far here in game number 1 as he has 4 strikeouts for the Cyclones. Alex Harden comes up to the plate. The 0-0 to Alex misses low for ball number 1, 1-0. The count to Alex Harden. The 1-0. Connects for strike number 1, 1-1 the count.
No, it's a strike.
It didn't read correctly, so it's gonna be a strike. 1-1 the count to Alex Harden here. The The 1-1 on the way. As Alex fouls that pitch off down the third baseline, hits the Quackenbush. 1-2 the count, nobody on, 1 out in the top of the second. Cyclones leading 3-0 in game number 1. The 1-2. As that's in play, Jeremy makes the play over there, but he can't make the throw, and Alex is going to reach on a single. Yeah, it picks up back speed sometimes. Alex reaches on the infield single, and the Wolfpack have their lead runner on here in the top of the second, and Tyler Clout now steps up to the plate. One run, 1 out, yep. 0-0 the count now to Tyler Clout. First pitch connects for strike number 1, 0-1. The count to Tyler. The 0-1 on the way. As Tyler holds on the low outside pitch for 1-1. Now the count. The 1-1 on the way. Misses outside, 2-1 the count. As the Wolfpack have a runner on first, 1 out in the top of the second. As that pitch misses low, 3-1. The count to Tyler Clout. 3-1 on the way. Misses, and Tyler Clout draws another walk, his second of the game. And now coming up to the plate is Thomas Blehaus. Thomas Blehaus, one of the best hitters in the AWA. 7 home runs in only 5 games this season. Facing one of the best pitchers in the league in Dominic DeMiro. This is one of the best matchups that you can see in the AWA this season. This is the second time they're facing each other this game. DeMiro got the best of Thomas Blehaus. First at bat, he struck him out. As the first pitch connects for strike number 1, 0-1. The count to Thomas Blehaus, the 0-1 on the way. Hits him for ball 1, 1-1. Now the count as the Wolfpack have runners on first and second with 1 out in the top of the second. The score is 3-0 Cyclones. As that pitch misses low, 2-1. The count to Thomas Blehaus. Thomas, the last game he played in, had 2 grand slams in 1 inning. That pitch misses inside, 3-1. The count now to Thomas Blehaus. 3-1. Misses high. And that's going to be a walk for Thomas Blehaus. And the Wolfpack now have the bases loaded for Josh Bergevin in the top of the second. There's 1 out in the inning thanks to a Dominic DeMiro strikeout. DeMiro has 4 strikeouts in the game so far as we're here in inning number 2. The 0-0 on the way to Josh Bergevin misses for ball 1, 1-0. The count to Josh Bergevin. Swinging at the inside pitch there moves the count to 1-1. 61. Oh. Hits him. You gotta call it faster. Not bad. 2-1. The count to Josh Bergevin. 2-1 on the way. Misses high. 3-1. Now the count to Josh. 3-1. Misses low, and that's going to walk in the first run of the game for the Western Wolfpack, and the score now moves to 3-1, Cyclones leading. The Wolfpack still have the bases loaded in the top of the second. The score is still 3-1 of game number 1. These are the best 2 teams in the American League currently. The Wolfpack atop the American League. They're 1 game ahead of the Cyclones. The Cyclones win this series, they would go atop the Wolfpack. It's a good one here tonight. 0-0 on the way to Brian Hewlett. Hits the strike zone for strike number 1, 0-1. The count. As that pitch misses outside, moves the count to 1-1 to Brian Hewlett. The 1-1 on the way. Misses outside, 2-1. The count now to Brian Hewlett, the 2-1. As that's in play, Gabe DeMiro's right under it and hits Thomas had nowhere to run. Thomas is safe. Josh is out on the play. So we're trying to score this. Josh is going to be out on the play. Josh had nowhere else to go as the bases were loaded. The Wolfpack will get a run. Moves the score to 3-2. Cyclones still leading. Thomas Blayhouse is not out. He had nowhere to go as he was sitting on the base. Gabe DeMiro tried to catch the ball, ran into Thomas and was unable to make the catch. 1 run came in.
Then it was a dead ball. If we got Josh a dead ball, the second he hits that ball, that's what the infield fly is.
The run is going to score. It's the infield fly rule. The runners can advance at their own risk. The runner from third did score, so the score moves to 3-2. Cyclones are leading. Thomas Blayhouse will remain safe at second base. Josh Bergevin is called out as on the tag from the infield fly rule as he had nowhere else to go because the bases were loaded. And Brian Hewlett will reach safely on first base. The Wolfpack will have runners on first and second. First and second will remain.
No, Thomas did not advance. He stayed on this guy right here. That guy's out, but you didn't catch the ball. The guy that hit the ball is out, and so is the guy first. Okay, Dominic, it's 1 out. Tyler scores. Tyler, please stand up for me because you know that's the
First and second will remain.
Just look at the replay.
As we're trying to, there's a couple of arguments going on here. We're trying to make sure that we score this correctly. There's going to remain 2 outs in the inning. Runners on first and second. A run did come in. 3-2 is the score in the top of the second. The Cyclones are still leading. Alex Harden is going to step up to the plate for the Wolfpack. As of right now, as we're making sure we score this correctly with our productions group currently and making sure that we get it right here. Again, for those of you who have just joined us on TikTok, we do have a YouTube live stream going on over on our YouTube channel. Be sure to go check it out. Overall, a better viewing experience. We have multiple camera angles over there, player stats, player interviews, as well as some funky music tunes. You won't regret going to see our YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's a great experience over there. As we have a little bit of an argument going on this play, as there was an infield fly rule with the bases loaded on in the inning. Gabe DeMiro was trying to catch the ball right on second base. He ran into Thomas Blayhouse, who had nowhere else to go because he was still standing on his base. Gabe DeMiro did not make the catch. And we called Josh Bergevin out, who was running from first to second as he had nowhere else to go because the bases were loaded. 1 run did score, and 3-2 is currently the score as we're talking it over, just making sure that we get it all correct. Again, we are here in game number 1 of this 3-game series.
Final say, no run scores, bases loaded. Here we go. 2 out.
As we finally came to a conclusion on the issue. Originally, we had scored it as the runner scored from third, but we left it to Josh, who got tagged out on the play, will remain bases loaded. The run did not score. The score will remain 3-1. There's 2 outs in the top of the second for Alex Harden. As there are a little bit of frustrations going on here. The 0-0 to Alex. First pitch misses low for ball number 1. 1-0 to Alex. As the second pitch hits the top of the zone for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. 1-1 on the way. It's the bottom of the zone for strike number 2. 1-2 the count. Can I have the speed gun? That's crushed deep as it hits the top of the fence. Tyler Clout's going to score, and everybody else is going to be safe. A run comes in. 3-2 is now the score. Cyclones leading as Alex Harden was just inches away from having a grand slam as it hit the very top of the fence in left field over by the AWA logo. And the score now moves to 3-2 in the top of the second. There's 2 outs in the inning for Tyler Clout. The 0-0 on the way to Tyler. Misses low for ball number 1, 1-0. Dom, that's 59 miles an hour, just letting you know. 1-0 on the way. Misses inside for ball 2, 57. 2-0 now to Tyler Clout. Hits the strike zone for a strike, but it's not because it's 57, so that's a no pitch. 2-0 will remain the count to Tyler Clout. 2-0 remains the count. The 2-0 on the way. Misses low for ball 3, 3-0. Now the count to Tyler Clout. There's bases loaded in the top of the second. 2 outs in the inning. Cyclones leading 3-2 in game 1 of the 3-game series. 3-0 is the count to Tyler Clout. 3-0 coming on the way to Tyler as Dominic is talking a few things over with Thomas Blayhouse over there on third base. And that pitch misses low, and another run will come in for the Western Wolfpack. The score is now tied 3-3 in the top of the second. There's 2 outs here in the inning. Bases are loaded, and now up steps the most dangerous hitter in the AWA this season in Thomas Blayhouse. Thomas again has 7 home runs and only having played 5 games this season. 0-0 on the way to Thomas. First pitch hits him for ball number 1, 1-0. Now the count. Swinging at the low pitch for strike number 1, 1-1. The count here to Thomas Blayhouse. As that pitch misses high, 2-1. Now the count. Thomas looking to do some major damage off of Dominic Gamiro here. That's crushed in play. Evans not going to make the play. 1 run's going to score. And the score now moves to 4-3. Wolfpack leading in the top of the second on an RBI single from Thomas Blayhouse. As the Wolfpack take the lead in game number 1, the bases will remain loaded, and Josh Bergevin steps up to the plate. Oh and 0 the count here to Josh Bergevin. The 0-0. As that's in play to Gabe Demiro, he's going to make the play, and the Cyclones are going to get out of the inning. The Wolfpack come back to take the lead, and the score is now 4-3 as we head into the bottom of the second of game number 1. Again, for those of you with us on TikTok, thank you again for all the continued support and being here, hanging out with all of us. Did just want to remind everybody that we do have a YouTube live stream going on over on our YouTube channel. The link for that is in the bio. Go check it out. Overall, a better experience, better live streaming experience. We have a scoreboard, multiple camera angles, player stats, player interviews, and everything you could possibly want. Well, maybe not everything, but most things is over on our YouTube channel. Be sure to go check it out. We're getting ready for the bottom of the second here in game number 1. The Cyclones are going to be up to the plate. Alex Harden will be continuing on the mound. Alex struggled in the first to find some command. Score is 4-3, Wolfpack are leading. Alex was struggling a little bit in the first as he walked in a couple of runs and gave up a RBI single to Dominic DeMiro. And the score is 4-3, Wolfpack leading. Do you want me to do that after game 1? Oh, you want me to do it during? Gotcha. Okay. For those of you who don't already know, we normally have live stream games on Mondays and Wednesdays every week. This week on Wednesday, we will not be having a normal AWA Wiffle Ball matchup. We will be having our All-Star game on Wednesday. It'll be the first and only All-Star game of the 2021 season. Come check out the American League versus the National League. We'll have a couple of other events here as well on Wednesday. It'll be a great time, and overall, you'll get to see the top talent in the AWA this year all going against each other in one game. It'll be great. We will announce the rosters for both the American League and the National League later in this game. As we're getting ready for the bottom of the second of game 1, Dominic DeMiro is going to lead it off for the Cyclones. And we're taking a little bit of a break here in between innings as it's the hottest day of the year in Edmonds, Washington. There was 100 degrees. It was 100 degrees when we first started the game, and players are just trying to cool off a little, make sure they get hydrated. As we're in for a lot of wiffle ball today. We're only in game number 1 of the 3-game series. Everyone just making sure they're all good. We're just waiting for everybody to take the field. Again, the score is 4-3. Wolfpack are leading in game number 1. The Wolfpack are atop the American League division. Cyclones are only 1 game back. This is an important series for both of these teams to try to stay in the lead of the American League before the All-Star break. First pitch connects to Dominic DeMiro for strike number 1, 49. 0-1. The count to Dominic DeMiro. As that's in play, popped up to Alex Harden, and he makes the grab for the first out of the inning. There's now 1 out in the bottom of the second. Nobody on for Gabe DeMiro, who's making his AWA debut here today. Gabe has a couple of walks so far on the day. See if he can get his first AWA hit in this at-bat. The 0-0 to Gabe DeMiro. Swinging at the first pitch strike, 0-1. Now the count. 0-1 on the way. Misses low for ball 1, 1-1. The count to Gabe DeMiro. So that pitch misses high, 2-1. Now the count to Gabe DeMiro. There's nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the second. Swinging at that pitch for strike number 2, moves the count to 2-2 even. The Wolfpack are winning here in game number 1 of the 3-game series. Total score of 4-3. The 2-2 misses low, and that moves the count to 3-2 full now to Gabe DeMiro. The 3-2 hits the top of the strike zone for strike 3, and that was a well-placed pitch from Alex Harden. 55 exactly. As he gets Gabe DeMiro, that was a great pitch from Alex Harden as it just nicked the top of the strike zone. There's now 2 outs in the bottom of the second for Jeremy Lankstead. Nobody on, the 0-0 on the way. First pitch misses low for ball number 1, 1-0. The count to Jeremy Lankstead. That pitch misses low for ball number 2. Jeremy now ahead 2-0. Swinging at the high pitch cheese, 2-1. Jeremy even liking the high fastballs lately today. Holds off on that pitch, 3-1. The count now to Jeremy Langstead. The 3-1. Hits the middle of the strike zone for strike number 2. 3-2 full. Now the count to Jeremy. 3-2. Misses outside, and Jeremy Langstead is going to draw a walk for the Cyclones. The Cyclones will now have a runner on first for Evan Clugston. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. The Wolfpack are leading, total score of 4-3 in game number 1. Again, for those of you with us on TikTok, go check out our YouTube live stream. The link for that is in the bio. It's the first pitch misses low for ball number 1 to Evan Clugston, 1-0 the count. Second pitch misses outside, 2-0. Now the count to Evan Clugston. Third pitch misses low, 3-0. The count now to Evan Clugston. 3-0 on the way. Hits the middle of the strike zone for strike number 1. 3-1. Count here to Evan Clugston. Evan's got definite flow game with the hair. Gotta love it. 3-1 on the way here to Evan Clugston. So that pitch misses low, and Alex gonna walk Evan Clugston, and there's now going to be runners on first and second for Dominic DeMiro in the bottom of the second. The Wolfpack have 2 outs in the inning, and the score is 4-3 Wolfpack. As Dominic DeMiro is looking to help himself out and regain the lead for the Cyclones. The 0-0 on the way. Misses inside for ball number 1, 1-0. The count now to Dominic DeMiro. That's crushed. Absolutely hammered down the third baseline for strike 1. The ball is just absolutely destroyed as it hit right off the tree. 1-1 the count to Dominic DeMiro here. So that pitch misses outside for ball 2, 2-1. Now the count, 2-1. As that's in play on the curve, Brian Hewlett is not going to make the play. He did not tag Jeremy Langstead for the out, and everybody's going to be safe for the Cyclones. And the bases are now loaded for Gabe DeMiro in his AWA debut with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. As the first pitch misses outside, 1-0. The count here to Gabe. The 1-0. Gabe fouls that pitch off for strike number 1, 1-1. The count moves. The 1-1 on the way. So that pitch misses outside, 2-1 now the count. Cyclones with the bases loaded. They're down 1 run. The score is 4-3 Wolfpack. Looking to do some major damage here to the Wolfpack and regain the lead. Count will remain 2-1 to Gabe DeMiro. So we're looking to scuff up those wiffle balls a little bit, get a little bit more grip on them. 2-1 to Gabe DeMiro. And that's crushed deep, and it's gone for a grand slam. Gabe DeMiro in his debut hits a grand slam to the deepest part of the park in left center. And the Cyclones regain the lead. Total score of 7-4 in the bottom of the second of game number 1, and the Cyclones needed that. What a shot from Gabe DeMiro. What a way to start off game 1 of your debut. Jeremy Langsted now up for the Cyclones. The first pitch missed for ball number 1, 1-0. Jeremy Langsted. Swinging at the high cheese again, 1-1. The count to Jeremy. Rocking some sweet sandals today. Swinging again at the high cheese, 1-2. The count to Jeremy Langsted. Jeremy holds on the curve, 2-2. The count. Nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Cyclones now leading 7-4 of game number 1 thanks to a Gabe DeMiro grand slam. Gabe DeMiro in the debut making some noise here for the Cyclones. And Jeremy swings at 3 straight high fastballs for a strikeout. And the Wolfpack get out of the inning, but they gave up grand slam to Gabe DeMiro, and the Cyclones regained the lead. Total score 7-4. For those of you with us on TikTok, go check out our YouTube channel. We got a YouTube live stream going on over there. The link for that is in the bio. Make sure to go check it out. Good experience over there on YouTube. Ultimately better. You have a scoreboard, multiple camera angles, player interviews, as well as player stats. It's a good overall experience. Be sure to go check it out over on the YouTube channel. Also, on Wednesday, we will not have a normal AWA matchup. We will have an AWA All-Star game, so all of the league's best talent will be participating on Wednesday. Be sure to check that out. We'll be announcing the rosters for both the American League and the National League later in the day. The 0-0 on the way to Brian Hewlett fouls that 55. Fouls that pitch off for strike number 1. So that pitch connects the low part of the strike zone for strike number 2, 0-2. The count here to Brian Hewlett quickly. As the curve misses high, 1-2. The count to Brian Hewlett. Swinging at the low pitch for strike number 3. That's strike 3. Yeah, strike 3 to Brian Hewlett. And that's Dominic DeMiro's first strikeout of the top of the third. The Wolfpack are chasing 3 in the top of 3. Score 7-4, Cyclones leading. First pitch to Alex Harden misses low for ball number 1, 1-0. Count to Alex. See, foul, that's, oh, DeMiro diving for the foul ball. He missed it, just missed it. Great effort from Dominic DeMiro. And the count now moves to 1-1 to Alex Harden. Nobody on, 1 out in the top of the third of game number 1. The Cyclones are leading 7-4 thanks to a Gabe DeMiro grand slam in the bottom of the second. 1-1. Gabe DeMiro in his debut today, making some real noise for the Cyclones. Did you get that?
It says 88.
Okay. 1-2.
You got your bad speeding.
The count moves to Alex Harden. That's in play, crushed in the gap. Alex Harden is going to hold up at first.
Oh, you didn't take a turn there?
For a 1-out single.
Just hit it, locked down.
And the Wolfpack now have a runner on first with 1 out in the inning. Tyler Clout coming up to the plate. Wolfpack are trailing. Total score is 7-4 Cyclones. Gabe DeMiro had a grand slam in the bottom of the second to help regain the lead for the Cyclones. 0-0 Tyler Clout. First pitch misses low for ball number 1, 1-0. The count for 1-0 on the way. Hits Tyler for ball number 2, 2-0. Count now to Tyler. As that pitch misses low. Tyler way ahead now, 3-0. The count, 3-0.
55, and then it said 88. It was 55.
3-0. Connects for strike one. 3-1 now the count to Tyler Clout. 3-1. Nicks the strike zone for strike number 2. That brings the count to 3-2 full now to Tyler Clout. 3-2 full on the way. Misses outside, and Tyler Clout draws the walk for the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack now have runners on first and second in the top of the third, and that'll bring up the tying run to the plate and Thomas Blehaus. This matchup between Thomas and Dominic DeMiro has been much anticipated, as these are two of the best players respectively
1 for 2
in their positions.
For Thomas, right?
Thomas is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single and a couple of walks. 0-1 the count for Thomas Blehaus.
Oh!
Swinging
I knew the moment he
outside
was gonna be one of them.
curve right there for 0-2 now. 0-2 on the way. And that's crushed down the first base line, but foul. The count will remain 0-2 to Thomas Blehaus. So when you're pitching to Thomas Blehaus, you just hope he doesn't get a hold of the ball. Thomas has 7 home runs in only 5 games so far this season. That pitch misses low for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Thomas Blehaus. The 1-2 on the way. And Thomas holds for ball 2. The count now moves to 2-2 even between this incredibly highly anticipated matchup between Dominic DeMiro and Thomas Blehaus. The 2-2 on the way. Misses outside, and Thomas Blehaus now brings the count to 3-2 full after he fell behind quickly 0-2. 3-2 on the way. Thomas fouls that off. Believe it or not, Dominic DeMiro was thinking about diving on the pavement in foul territory to make the play. We love to see the hustle, but very thankful that Dominic DeMiro did not try it. Runners on first and second for the Wolfpack. The count is 3-2 full. Cyclones leading 7-4 in the top of the third of game number 1. Wolfpack chasing 3. 3-2 on the way. Misses, and Thomas Blehaus draws another walk.
It's definitely the first day I've ever.
And there's now bases loaded for the Wolfpack, and Josh Bergevin steps up to the plate. Score is 7-4 Cyclones in the top of the third. 0-0 on the way to Josh Bergevin. Misses low, 1-0. Now the count. 1-0 on the way. He fouls that pitch off. 1-1. The count to Josh Bergevin. The 1-1. And that's in play. Jeremy's right under it, and he's going to make the grab for out number 2. And the Wolfpack are now down to their final out of game number 1. Brian Hewlett is going to come up to the plate. But the Wolfpack will still have the bases loaded. They're trailing 7-4. Top of the third, game number 1. We'll see if Brian can help out the cause, as the Wolfpack are now down to their last out. 0-0 on the way to Brian Hewlett. That's in play down the first baseline. Evan makes the play, and Dominic DeMiro, great pitcher's fielding practice right there from the 2. And the Cyclones are going to take game number 1 of a total score 7-4. Thanks to a Gabe DeMiro grand slam in the bottom of the second. Gabe DeMiro in his debut. And the Cyclones take game number 1 of the 3-game series. As we're getting ready for game number 2, we are going to now announce the All-Star teams for the 2021 AWA All-Star. TikTok, go check out our YouTube live stream. We're going to be announcing the AWA All-Stars over there. Be sure to flip on over to our YouTube channel. The link for that is in the bio. If you want to go check out the AWA All-Star teams, go check it out. We'll have that over there in a second.
Baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it.
What up, YouTube fam? I'm back as we're getting ready to announce the AWA All-Star teams for the 2021 season. First, the lineups for the National League. We have Jack Blayhouse, Trey Clugston, Alex Umpleby, Jake Oliver, myself, Mark Campanero, and Brock Blayhouse for the National League All-Star teams. For the American League, we have Peter McNeil, Evan Clugston, Tyler Clout, Dominic DeMuro, Alex Harden, and Thomas Blayhouse for the American League. Be sure to check out the AWA All-Star Game this coming Wednesday right here on both TikTok and YouTube Live. Be sure to catch it. Oh, am I good? Okay. All right, we're back as we're getting ready for game number 2 between the Wolfpack and the Cyclones. Cyclones took game number 1, total score of 7-4 of the 3-game series. We're getting ready for game number 2. Brian Hewlett's going to be on the mound for the Wolfpack, and Evan Clugston's going to be leading it off again for the Cyclones. These two teams are both atop the American League division. The winner of this series will be in the league, in the American League, before the All-Star break. On the way to Evan Clugston. First pitch misses low. For ball number 1, 1-0. Nobody on, nobody out in the top of the first. Game number 2. Does that hit his bat?
Yeah, I hit my arm.
Oh, it hit his arm for ball number 2. 2-0. The count now to Evan Clugston. 2-0. That pitch connects for strike number 1.
Yeah, it should have been on it. My bad.
Okay. Strike 1. Thank you, Tyler. 2-1 the count. 3-1. Now the count to Evan Clugston here in game number 2. There's nobody on, nobody out.
I won't get away with anything.
Score is 0-0 here early. 3-1. That's fouled off down the first baseline. That ball was actually crushed and went over the neighboring fence over there on the first baseline. 3-2 full now the count to Evan Clugston. That pitch misses low, and the Cyclones get their leadoff runner on. There's now a runner on first for Dominic DeMuro here in game number 2. No outs. Cyclones took game number 1, total score of 7-4. Gabe DeMuro had a grand slam in game number 1. Gabe DeMuro, Dominic's brother, making his debut today. And the brothers doing some damage early in the beginning of this 3-game series. 0 on the way to DeMiro. Misses for ball 1, 1-0. The count. The 1-0 on the way. Misses outside, 2-0. Now the count. 2-0. Misses low for ball 3, 3-0. The count now to Dominic DeMiro. Again, Cyclones have a runner on first, no outs in the top of the first of game number 2. 0-0 is the score. Dom fouls that pitch off for strike number 1, 3-1. The count. 3-1 here to Dominic DeMiro. On the way. That pitch misses high, and Dominic DeMiro draws a walk. Cyclones now have their first 2 runners on, first and second for Gabe DeMiro.
Oh, God.
Who was the hero for the Cyclones in game number 1. Total score of that game was 7-4, and Gabe DeMiro had a grand slam for the Cyclones. The 0-0 on the way here to Gabe DeMiro. Misses low, ball 1, 1-0. Now the count. The 1-0 on the way. Hits him for ball 2. 2-0. Now the count. 2-0 on the way. That's not in play.
Foul.
That's going to be a foul ball as it did not get past the in-play area on the field. And the count moves to 2-1. Now to Gabe DeMiro. For those of you just joining us, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube live stream going on over there. The link for that is in the bio. Go check it out. There's multiple camera angles, a scoreboard, and overall a better viewing experience over there on YouTube. You won't regret it. 2-1. Now moves to 3-1 to Gabe DeMiro. Gabe, again, was the hero for the Cyclones in game number 1 of the 3-game series. 3-0 is crushed deep, and that's gone. Get out, ball. And that's a 3-run shot for Gabe DeMiro to straight center, his 2nd home run of the day. And the Cyclones are now leading 3-0 in the top of the first of game number 2. Gabe DeMiro has been a monster so far in his debut. Had a grand slam in game number 1 and a 3-run shot here in game number 2. Gabe already has 2 home runs and 7 RBIs to his name in the league. Jeremy still swinging at the high cheese for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. If I was Brian Hewlett, I'd just keep throwing him high fastballs. 0-1 here to Jeremy Langstead. That pitch misses inside, 1-1. The count now to Jeremy. There's nobody on, nobody out in the top of the first. Cyclones leading 3-0. Thanks again to a Gabe DeMiro 3-run blast. That pitch connects for strike 1-2 the count. I didn't get it. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, 1-2. Count to Jeremy Langstead. As Brian Hewlett spikes that one into the dirt for 2-2. Now the count. Nobody on, nobody out in the top of the first of game 2 for the Cyclones. They're leading 3-0. Gabe DeMiro already has a grand slam and a 3-run shot on the day. He is making a case for having the best debut in the AWA this season thus far. 2-2 the count now to Jeremy Langstead.
That is mine.
We have an alarm going off over there. Brian Hewlett was getting distracted on the mound. 2-2. This is outside. Count will now move to 3-2 full to Jeremy Langstead. (3-2) on the way. Misses high, and Jeremy learning a thing or two and not swinging at the high cheese anymore as he draws a walk for the Cyclones. Attaboy, Jeremy. Evan Clugston is now going to come back up to the plate for the Cyclones. There's a runner on first, nobody out in the top of the first. Cyclones leading 3-0 in game number 2. The Cyclones took game number 1, total score of 7-4. As these are the top 2 teams in the American League, and the Cyclones making a real case to regain the American League division and go atop of that division before the All-Star break. The first pitch misses low for a ball 1-0. The count to Evan Clugston. Second pitch misses inside for 2-0.
Yeah, I don't think this thing's that accurate.
2-0. Now the count. Misses outside, 3-1.
I mean, if it's close to that, then that's probably accurate. If it's like 85.
Yeah, that's yeah.
3-0 here to Evan Clugston. We're here in the top of the first of game number 2. Cyclones have a runner on first. No outs in the inning.
I could tell.
3-0 to Evan Clugston. Hits the top of the strike zone for strike number 1. 3-1.
I think it's coming in.
The count
I don't change my grip when I pitch, so.
to Evan Clugston. 3-1 on the way. As that pitch connects again, Brian Hewlett battles his way back. He began Evan Clugston at a 3-0 count. The count is now 3-2 full. Here to Evan Clugston. Again, for those of you with us on TikTok, go check out our YouTube channel. The link for that is in the bio. We've got a YouTube live stream going on over there. Overall, a better experience for your live streaming needs. Again, the count is 3-2 full to Evan Clugston. There's a runner on first, no outs. In the top of the first of game 2, and Evan draws a walk for the Cyclones. And Dominic DeMiro steps back up to the plate. Cyclones leading 3-0 early here thanks to a Gabe DeMiro 3-run blast. If you haven't heard his name yet, you will soon. Gabe DeMiro is making his... As that's crushed in the air, Thomas Blayhouse is right under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1 of the top of the first. There's now 1 out in the top of the first. Runners on first and second for the Cyclones. Gabe DeMiro up to the plate. Gabe had a grand slam in game 1, a 3-run bomb already in this inning. Let's see if he can do it again. That's crushed in play deep, and it's gone! Gabe DeMiro, 3-run home run, and that's his second 3-run bomb in the inning. Wow, to the same spot. Gabe DeMiro. And I'm calling it. That's the best debut we've had in the AWA this season. Gabe DeMiro. My goodness. We reached the run limit in inning number 1 of game number 2. Gabe DeMiro had 2 3-run bombs. He has 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in this game. He had 1 grand slam last game. He's already got 10 RBIs and 3 home runs on the day. Gabe DeMiro, what a debut. Cyclones needed that as they're trying to go ahead in the American League division. Alex Harden is going to lead it off for the Wolfpack in game number 2. Evan Clugston is on the mound for the Cyclones.
Yes,
1-0 count to 2-0 now the count to Alex Harden. We had a neighbor yelling, "Go Wolfpack" over there. That was pretty sweet.
What's up?
Alex fouls that pitch down the third baseline, hits the Quackenbush. 2-1 the count to Alex Harden. That pitch hits the top of the strike zone. Great pitch from Evan Clugston. And the count is now 2-2 even. 2-2 on the way. As Alex fouls that pitch off, the count will remain 2-2. Evan Clugston is one of the best pitchers in the AWA this year. He has 36 strikeouts on the year. Evan Clugston, Dominic DeMiro, two of the... That's deep, but Dominic DeMiro is right under it in center field, and he makes the play for out number 1 of the bottom of the first. Tyler Clow is going to step up to the plate for the Wolfpack as they're trailing early 6-0.
Location right here, honestly.
Gabe DeMiro, Dominic DeMiro's brother, has 2 3-run shots already in the game. He's got 6 RBIs as the Cyclones lead 6-0 in the top of the first. First pitch from Evan Clugston misses high, 1-0 the count to Tyler Clout. Tyler fouls the second pitch off, 1-1.
Light change.
The count to Tyler. 1-1 on the way. Hits the bottom of the strike zone for strike number 2, 1-2. Now the count. As that pitch misses low, the count moved to 2-2. 2-2 on the way. Knuckleball misses. Hits Tyler on the leg for ball 3. 3-2 full. The count to Tyler Clout. There's 1 out in the bottom of the first. Cyclones leading 6-0. Foul tips that off, and the count will remain 3-2 full to Tyler Clout. Cyclones took game number 1, total score of 7-4, and they're leading here in game number 2, 6-0 in the bottom of the first. Tyler Clout draws the walk there, and the Wolfpack have their first runner on in game number 2. Thomas Blayhouse, one of the most electric players in the AWA this year, steps up to the plate. First pitch misses inside for ball number 1, 1-0. The count to Thomas Blayhouse. Second pitch misses outside, 2-0. I'm going to keep saying it because it's impressive. Thomas has 7 home runs in only 5 games this season. So that pitch misses inside, 3-0. Count to Thomas Blayhouse. Thomas has a tall task today as he has to face some of the best pitching in the league in Dominic DeMiro and Evan Clugston and the Cyclones. 3-0 the count to Thomas Blayhouse. Misses outside, and that's going to be another walk for Thomas Blayhouse. He hasn't had very many opportunities today to hit, and to be honest, I don't blame the Cyclones for walking him. There's now runners on first and second for Aaron Schofield. Aaron Schofield had his debut in his last series with the Wolfpack and had a great series. Had a 2-run shot for the Wolfpack. See what he can do here in game 2. First pitch misses low and outside to Schofield, 1-0 the count. Second pitch hits him for ball number 2, 2-0. Count here. 2-0 on the way. Swinging at the high pitch there, 2-1 the count moves. Wolfpack have runners on first and second in the bottom of the first. As that pitch misses outside, 3-1 the count to Aaron Schofield. Wolfpack have runners on first and second in the bottom of the first. They're trailing early 6-0 thanks to a pair of 3-run home runs from Gabe DeMiro in his debut. As that pitch misses low, and Aaron Schofield draws a walk for the Wolfpack. And the Wolfpack now have bases loaded for Brian Hewlett here in the bottom of the first. Wolfpack hoping for a big hit from Brian Hewlett. They're down early 6-0. First pitch connects from Evan Clugston for strike number 1, 0-1. Count. Second pitch misses inside, 1-1 to Brian Hewlett. 1-1 on the way. Fouls that pitch off. 1-2 the count moves. Here to Brian Hewlett. 1-2. As that pitch misses low, the count now comes to 2-2 even. There's 1 out for the Wolfpack in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded. And the score is 6-0. Cyclones leading in game number 2 of the 3-game series. Gabe DeMiro has all 6 RBIs and a pair of 3-run home runs. 2-2 on the way. top of the zone for strike 3. Strikeout for Evan Clugston, his first of the day. And Alex Harden steps back up to the plate, hoping to do some real damage as the Wolfpack are trailing 6-0. First pitch misses high to Alex Harden, 1-0. The count. 1-0 on the way. Misses low and inside, 2-0 to Alex Harden. Third pitch misses low, and Alex finds himself ahead, way ahead, 3-0. The first 3 pitches of the at-bat. A walk would drive in a run for the Wolfpack. But Alex hoping to do more than just that. 3-0 on the way to Alex Harden. Misses outside, and that will draw in a run for the Wolfpack. The score is now 6-1. Cyclones leading. Bases will remain loaded for Tyler Clout coming up to the plate. The 0-0 on the way to Tyler Clout. As that pitch hits the top of the strike zone for strike number 1, 0-1. Tyler fouls that pitch off for strike 2, 0-2 the count to Tyler. We're here in the bottom of the first of game number 2. There's 2 outs in the inning, bases loaded. And that's in play in the gap. DeMiro is, and it goes! It's the top of the fence and it goes over! That ball barely got over for Tyler Clout, and it's a grand slam, and all of a sudden the Wolfpack are right back into this game. And the score's now 6-5 Cyclones. In the bottom of the first, as that ball barely got out. Might have been one of the weakest home runs on the year, but it went over, which is what matters. And that's a grand slam and 4 RBIs for Tyler Clout. Thomas Blayhouse coming back up to the plate. As that misses inside. 2-0. For all of you with us on TikTok, please go check out our YouTube channel. The link for that's in the bio. Thomas Blayhouse! Get out, ball! And that's crushed. See ya. Back-to-back home runs for the Wolfpack, and the game is tied 6-6 as both the Cyclones and the Wolfpack reach the run limit in the first, and we got a ball game. Tyler Clout with the grand slam and Thomas Blayhouse with the solo blast for back-to-back home runs for the Wolfpack to end inning number 1, and we got a ball game as we head into the top of the second. For all 2.7K of you with us on TikTok, go check out our YouTube channel. We got a YouTube live stream going on over there. The link for our YouTube is in the bio. Please go check it out. We got multiple camera angles over there, a scoreboard. Overall, just a better viewing experience. Be sure to go check it out. You won't regret it. As we have a tie game here, in game number 2, the score is 6-6. Both teams have reached a run limit. The Cyclones had a pair of 3-run blasts from Gabe DeMiro, who's making his debut today. And the Wolfpack had a grand slam from Tyler Clout and a solo blast from Thomas Blayhouse. And I mean, folks, it's just impressive what we're seeing here today on the offense. I mean, Thomas Blayhouse has, I believe it's 8 home runs now in only about 6 games. And it's just, he's putting on a show. Gabe DeMiro in his debut is putting on a show. We got some good wiffle ball going on here in game number 2.
That looked way faster than it was. That perceived velocity.
As the first pitch to Jeremy Langstead was fouled off, the count will move to 0-1. Brian Hewitt's still on the mound for the Wolfpack. Second pitch connects, and Jeremy Langstead falls behind quickly, 0-2. There's nobody on, nobody out in the top of the second. Score 6-6. That pitch misses outside. Let me try it up here again. Tyler, let me try it up here again.
Proceed reload. If you can try to throw strikes, it might be
Yeah, that was accurate. Let me try. Yeah. 1-2 is the count to Jeremy Langstead here in the top of the second. Nobody on, nobody out. And that's in play. Brian knocks the ball down, but Jeremy's going to reach first easy. That was a tough play for Brian Hewlett, but good job to him knocking the ball down. Jeremy's going to reach on an infield single. The Cyclones have their first runner on in the top of the second. The score's tied 6-6. And if you're just joining us, it's been a great offensive matchup so far for the Cyclones and the Wolfpack. I mean, these are the two of the best teams in the American League, and they're battling it out here tonight. Evan Clugston comes up to the plate, 0-0 the count.
Oh boy.
First pitch misses outside for 1-0. Yeah, that was 55.
There we go.
1-0 the count to Evan Clugston. That pitch connects for strike 1, 1-1, 51.
So that's more like it.
Yeah.
There's no way those were 42, 43.
No, they weren't. They weren't. It's just it's hard sometimes for me to gun and then announce and then yeah.
You're like tri-tasking.
1-1 the count as that pitch misses. 2-1 the count to Evan Clugston. There's a runner on first for the Cyclones. No outs in the top of the second of game number 2. The score's tied 6-6 as both the Wolfpack and the Cyclones reach their run limits in the inning. For those of you unfamiliar, in innings 1 and 2 of the AWA, you can only score a maximum of 6 runs, and in inning number 3, you can score unlimited. 2-1 the count to Evan Clugston. As that pitch is spiked into the ground for ball number 3, 3-1 the count now. 3-1 on the way here to Evan Clugston. Misses high. And the Cyclones now have their first 2 runners on to start off the top of the second. Dominic DeMiro stepping up to the plate. Dominic has 8 home runs in the AWA this year and has just overall just been incredibly effective for the Cyclones. He has 30 RBIs on the year. 0-0 to Dominic DeMiro. That's crushed, gone. Later ball. Oppo home run for Dominic DeMiro, and that's a 3-run blast. The DeMiro brothers have 3 3-run home runs in this game, and the score is now 9-6 Cyclones. All I'm saying is, if your last name's DeMiro and there's 3 runners on base, don't pitch to him. Dominic DeMiro has a 3-run blast in this game. His brother Gabe DeMiro, who steps back up to the plate in his debut, has 2 3-run home runs already in this game. As the first pitch misses for ball number 1, 1-0. The count to Gabe DeMiro. If I was Brian, I don't even know if I'd pitch to him right now. As that pitch misses outside, 2-0. The count to Gabe DeMiro. 2-0 on the way. As that misses high, 3-0 to Gabe DeMiro. He's way ahead, and if you're having the day that Gabe DeMiro's having, he's definitely got the green light on 3-0. 3-0 on the way, and Brian just throws behind him and walks him. I don't blame him. Gabe DeMiro draws the walk for the Cyclones. The score in the top of the second with no outs is 9-6 Cyclones leading, and this game has been all offense for both teams. Jeremy Langstead steps up to the plate, 0-0 the count. He fouls the first pitch off for strike number 1, 0-1 the count. If you're tuning in on TikTok, you picked a good game to tune into. These are 2 of the best teams in the league, playing very well and a lot of offense going on. It's been a good one so far. The count to Jeremy Langstead is 0-1, pitch on the way. As Jeremy fouls that pitch off for strike number 2, 0-2, the count. That was 53 on that one. 53, yeah. That's what I got at least. 0-2 is the count to Jeremy. So that pitch list is low. That was 57. 1-2 the count to Jeremy Langstead. The Cyclones have a runner on first. There's no outs in the inning. Dominic DeMiro has a 3-run blast in the inning, his 9th of the year. And his brother, Gabe DeMiro, who's making his debut, has 2 3-run home runs in the game, and the DeMiros have 9 RBIs total combined. 1-2 the count to Jeremy Langsted. That pitch misses high, 2-2 the count. 2-2 on the way. Jeremy fouls that pitch off, and the count remains 2-2. All I'm saying is, if you're a Cyclone today and your last name's DeMiro, you're having a day. 9-6 is the score. Cyclones leading here in game number 2. Cyclones took game number 1, total score of 7-4. As that pitch misses high and outside, 3-2 full is the count now to Jeremy Langsted. He's been having a great at-bat so far, making Brian throw quite a few pitches. 3-2 on the way. Misses, and Jeremy Langsted works a walk for the Cyclones. And there's now runners on first and second for Evan Clugston. There's no outs in the top of the second. Looks like the Wolfpack have Tyler Clout warming up in the bullpen, so he may come in and relieve duties from Brian Hewlett. On the way to Evan Clugston, misses for ball number 1, 1-0 the count.
Is there any balls in that?
Tyler Clout's still warming up in the pen.
Are we allowed to use those?
Brian Hewlett giving up 9 runs in this game. Cyclones are dominating. 1-0 is the count.
You got 1 ball.
To Evan Clugston. There's only 1 ball currently in play. Not really surprising because we've had quite a few home runs in this game. Thomas Blayhouse has a solo blast for the Wolfpack. Tyler Clout has a grand slam. Gabe DeMiro has 2 3-run blasts and 6 RBIs, and his brother Dominic DeMiro has a 3-run blast as well. As that pitch misses outside for Evan Clugston, 2-0 the count. 2-0 on the way to Evan. Misses high, 3-0 now the count. Again, Tyler Clout in the pen for the Wolfpack. He's trying to get warm. 3-0. Misses low, and that's going to be another walk for the Cyclones. The bases are now loaded for Dominic DeMiro, and my goodness, he's already got a 3-run blast in the game. Trying to make it a grand slam here. We'll see if the Wolfpack decide to go to Tyler Clout or let Brian keep throwing. We're going to keep him in. 0-0 the count to Dominic DeMiro. As that pitch misses outside for ball number 1, 1-0. The count to Dom. The 1-0 on the way. So that's in play down the third baseline, and Schofield's going to just throw the ball back in. It was a good play from Schofield, as he just got the ball in, and the Cyclones are only going to get a run. They're only going to get 1. That's an RBI single for Dominic DeMiro. As Gabe DeMiro, his brother, scores, and the Cyclones now leading. Total score of 10-6. Wow. Thomas Blayhouse is going to step in and throw. Thomas Blayhouse is a left-handed pitcher, but he's trying to throw right-handed. We'll see how this goes for the Wolfpack, as they're down 10-6 in game number 2 of the top of the second. There's no outs in the inning still for the Wolfpack. This is going to be interesting, folks, as Thomas Blayhouse, he's a college pitcher for the University of Washington. He's a left-handed pitcher, but he's going to be throwing right-handed here for the Wolfpack. Gabe DeMiro comes up to the plate as the first pitch misses inside, 1-0. Gabe DeMiro already has 2 3-run bombs in this game. That pitch misses, 2-0. Gabe could do some major damage. That pitch misses, 3-0. Gabe DeMiro, Dominic DeMiro's brother, in his debut today. He's got a grand slam and 2 3-run home runs. He's got 10 RBIs and 3 bombs on the day. 3-0 is the count. Thomas is just going to walk him on 4 pitches. Thomas Blehouse, a left-handed pitcher for the University of Washington, but he was trying to come in and throw in his offhand for the Wolfpack, and he's going to walk Gabe DeMiro. A run's going to come in for the Cyclones. Their lead's going to increase to 11-6 in game number 2. There's still no outs in the inning, and the Cyclones can only score 1 more here in inning number 2. 1-0 the count to Jeremy, 2-0 now the count, as I don't think Thomas Blehouse has not thrown a strike yet since he came in. As that pitch is spiked into the ground, and the 4th pitch is spiked, and that's going to walk in another run for the Cyclones. They reach the run limit again, and the score is 12-6 Cyclones in game number 2 of the 3-game series. The Cyclones already took game number 1, total score of 7-4. Heading into today, the Wolfpack were only a game up of the Cyclones in the American League division, and the Cyclones knocking right on the door to take back that top spot in the American League. Been a great day for the DeMiro brothers and the Cyclones. Aaron Schofield's going to step up to the plate for the Wolfpack. Evan Clugston will remain on the mound. But for those of you with us on TikTok, go check out our YouTube channel and our YouTube live stream we got going on. There's multiple camera angles over there. Overall, a better viewing experience. Go check it out. The first 2 pitches to Aaron Schofield miss for balls, and the count moves to 2-0. The curve from Evan Clugston connects 2-1. Count to Aaron Schofield. Aaron swung at the high riser, but it was 57 miles an hour, and Evan Clugston's going to get speed checked, and the count will remain 2-1 to Aaron Schofield. 2-1 on the way. High riser misses for ball 3-1. The count to Aaron Schofield. And that pitch hits Aaron Schofield for ball 4, and the Wolfpack have their leadoff runner on. There's now a runner on first for the Wolfpack. Brian Hewlett is going to step up to the plate. There's no outs in the bottom of the 2nd. And the Cyclones have reached the run limit in the first 2 innings, and they're leading 12-6 in game number 2. See what Brian Hewlett can do here as his team is trailing by 6 runs. The 0-0 on the way to Brian Hewlett. Misses high for ball 1, 1-0. And that's in play. Evan's going to just make the easy play. Aaron Schofield, great hustle from him. And he gets to third. Great hustle from Aaron Schofield. And instead of just advancing 1 base from the ground out from Brian Hewlett, Aaron Schofield advances 2 bags, and that's great. That's a great heads-up play from Schofield as his team's down 6 runs. Experienced base running from Aaron Schofield, and Alex Harden comes up to the plate with an opportunity for an RBI. First pitch misses inside to Alex, 1-0 the count. 1-0 on the way. Hits Alex for ball number 2, 2-0. The count, 2-0. That's crushed, get out ball. Later! Alex Harden, 2-run blast, and that was a no-doubter. Score will now move. Cyclones will still be leading 12-8. But Alex Harden, 2-run blast to left field, and that was a no-doubter. Absolutely crushed off of Evan Clugston. Tyler Clout's going to step up to the plate. Tyler already has a grand slam in the game. He's been huge so far for the Wolfpack today. There's nobody on and 1 out for the Wolfpack in the bottom of the 2nd As the first pitch misses low, 1-0. The count to Tyler. The 1-0 on the way. Misses outside for ball number 2, 2-0. We've had nothing but offense in game number 2 of this 3-game series. As that pitch misses inside for ball 3. Tyler Cloud has been putting on some great at-bats for the Wolfpack today. 3-0. Misses outside, and that's a walk. There's now 1 on for Thomas Blayhouse in the bottom of the 2nd. Thomas had an absolute blast last inning for a solo home run. He increases his total on the year to 8 home runs, and I believe it's only 6 games. I mean, it's incredible. 0-0 on the way to Thomas Blayhouse. Misses low, 1-0.
This is his 7th game right now.
7th game. Thomas has 8 home runs in 7 games. 1-0 the count to Thomas Blayhouse. As that misses inside, 2-0 the count. 2-0. Misses inside, 3-0. Evan, that was 60, just FYI. 3-0 here to Thomas Blayhouse. 3-0 on the way. Thomas swings for strike 1, 3-1. 3-1 on the way. No pitch as it was 58 miles an hour on the riser. 3-1 will remain the count. Thomas, 58 on the riser right there. As that pitch misses low, and that's a walk for Thomas Blayhouse. And the Wolfpack. Thomas Blayhouse has had quite a few walks today for the Wolfpack. You normally never see it. But he's been getting on today, and Aaron Schofield will come up to the plate.
He's about to set the record for most walks in a day. He's got like 20 right now.
Wolfpack have runners on first and second. Scores 12-8. Cyclones leading. Swinging at the first pitch strike. 0-1 the count to Aaron Schofield. Second pitch misses outside. 1-1 the count. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd. Runners on first and second.
I hit it.
That hits the bottom of the strike zone for a strike. 1-2 the count to Aaron Schofield. And that misses inside. Brings the count to 2-2 even. 2-2 even. Scores 12-8 Cyclones in game 2. That pitch misses high and outside. 3-2 full. Aaron Schofield been a great addition for the Wolfpack so far since he's joined. As that hit the strike zone, but it was 57 miles per hour, and Aaron Schofield's not going to strike out as it was just fast. The AWA speed limit check is 55. You can't throw faster than 55. 57 is too fast, and Aaron Schofield will remain in there for a 3-2 count. 3-2 to Aaron Schofield. Connects, and that's going to be a strikeout for the Wolfpack. There's now 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd. The score is 12-8 Cyclones. Brian Hewlett is going to step back up to the plate. Been a lot of offense here today, a lot of home runs. 0-0 to Brian Hewlett. That pitch connects for strike 1, 0-1. The count to Brian, the 0-1. Swinging at the inside pitch, 0-2, the count moves. 0-2 on the way. Misses low for ball number 1, 1-2. To Brian Hewlett, 1-2. Misses high, 2-2. Now the count. Wolfpack have runners on first and second. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd. Scores 12-8 Cyclones. 2-2. Misses inside. 3-2 full is the count to Brian Hewlett. 3-2. Misses high, and Brian Hewlett works a walk for the Wolfpack. And Alex Harden is going to come back up to the plate. He already has a 2-run blast in the inning. And if Alex can muster up a grand slam here, the Wolfpack really need it as they're down 4 in the bottom of the second of game 2. The Cyclones took game 1 as well. Total score of 7-4. So the Wolfpack trying to battle their way back. First pitch is behind Alex for ball number 1, 1-0. The count. Second pitch misses outside for ball number 2, 2-0 to Alex Harden. And that's crushed! But Gabe DeMiro is right under it at the warning track, and the Cyclones get out of it. Evan Clugston only gave up 2 in that inning on an Alex Harden 2-run blast, and the score is 12-8. Cyclones leading as we head into the top of the third. Tyler Clout is going to be pitching on the mound now for the Wolfpack. He's relieving Brian Hewlett. Let Tyler get in some practice pitches. For those of you with us on TikTok, go check out our YouTube channel. The link for that is in the bio. We got a YouTube live stream going on over there. It's overall a better experience for the viewer. We have a scoreboard, multiple camera angles, player stats, and music going on over there. Go check it out. We've had a lot of offense in game number 2. Total score is 12-8. A lot of home runs. Thomas Blayhouse with a solo home run, his 8th of the season on only 7 games. Tyler Clout has a grand slam. Gabe DeMiro in his debut has 2 3-run home runs for the Cyclones. And Dominic DeMiro has a 3-run home run as well. What? In game 1. I'm talking about game 2. Yeah. Evan Clugston steps up to the plate for the Cyclones. 1-0 the count. 2-0 the count to Evan Clugston. Score is 12-8. Cyclones in the bottom or in the top of the third. And that's in play. Brian is going to hold on to the ball, and Evan Clugston is going to reach on the infield single to lead off the inning. Dominic DeMiro is going to step up to the plate. And like I've been saying all day, if your last name's DeMiro and you play on the Cyclones, you're having a day. DeMiro already has a 3-run blast in inning number 2, an Oppo Field home run. See what he can do with 1 runner on the top of the third, no outs. Swinging at the first pitch, knuckle for strike number 1, 0-1. The count to Dominic DeMiro. And that's crushed high. And Brian Hewlett's going to make the catch. Oh, he's not going to make the catch. And he throws it, and Evan Clugston's going to score. As Brian Hewlett had the ball in his hands but dropped it on the... And he didn't make the catch. Dominic DeMiro is going to end up on second, and Evan Clugston's going to score, and the Cyclones' lead increases to 13-8 in the top of the third. Gabe DeMiro, oh, that's another... As it's low, it was below the line. That's not a home run. And instead of being a home run to deep center, for Gabe DeMiro's 3rd of the game and 4th of the day, it hits right below the yellow line on the tree for only a long single. Wow, the Wolfpack caught a huge break there. Jeremy Langstead up to the plate. He takes the first 2 pitches for balls, 2-0 the count. Gabe DeMiro is about to be his 3rd home run of the game. And that's to Schofield. Aaron makes the play on Gabe DeMiro at second. Great play from Aaron Schofield, but Dominic DeMiro is going to score. And the Cyclones' lead increases to 14-8. Wow, I mean, Gabe DeMiro might have been the most unlucky hit I've ever seen in the AWA. It hit right underneath the home run line on the tree out in center field. Had the tree not been there, it would have been gone, but instead it was a long single. As the count now to Evan Clugston is 1-1, 2-1. The count now to Evan. Cyclones leading in game 2. Total score is 14-8 Cyclones. 2-1. 3-1 now the count to Evan Clugston. Cyclones have a runner on first with only 1 out in the inning. And that pitch misses for a walk. And Evan Clugston heads over to first. Dominic DeMiro coming back up to the plate. Has a 3-run blast already in the game. He did that in inning number 2. We're here at the top of the 3rd. Runners on first and second. Oh, to Dominic. And he flares that one up. Tyler Clout with the one-handed play. What a catch from Tyler Clout coming off of his mound, and he makes it. Huge out for the Wolfpack. There's now 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Scores 14-8, and Gabe DeMiro coming back up to the plate. I wouldn't even throw to him at this point. 0-0 here to Gabe DeMiro. First pitch misses outside, 1-0 to Gabe. The 1-0 misses outside again. 2-0 to Gabe DeMiro. 2-0 on the way. That's that ball's gone. Gabe DeMiro, his 3rd 3-run home run of the game. And the Cyclones lead is now 15-8. Gabe DeMiro has been scorching, 17-8. Gabe DeMiro has been scorching hot. Wow. Gabe DeMiro had a grand slam last game to lead the Cyclones to a 7-4 victory in Game 1. He's got 3 3-run home runs in Game 2, and he should have 4. Count to Jeremy Langston now is 1-1. Cyclones leading 17-8 in the top of the 3rd of Game 3. Jeremy Langston fouls that pitch off, and the count moves to 2-2. Gabe DeMiro and Dominic DeMiro, wow. 2-2. Sheesh!
Hey, that's only 2 outs.
Jeremy Langston strikes out, and that's the third. That's the 3rd out. And the Cyclones, the damage is done. Gabe DeMiro, what an absolute debut he is having. He has 4 total home runs on the day, a grand slam, and 3 3-run home runs. Do the math, and that's 13 RBIs for Gabe DeMiro, the best debut in AWA history by far for Gabe DeMiro. 0-0 the count to Tyler Clout in the bottom of the 3rd, and the Wolfpack losing big here. Total score is 17-8. 2-0 to Tyler Clout. Performance from the DeMiros and the Central Cyclones. 2-1. Tyler Clout swinging at the high riser there. 2-2 to count. For those of you with us on TikTok, go check out our YouTube channel. We got a YouTube live stream going on over there. Overall better viewing experience. The link for that is in the bio. 2-2 on the way. Tyler Clout swings at the low pitch for strike 3. And that's another strikeout for Evan Clugston and the Cyclones. And there's now 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Wow, the Cyclones are having an absolute day as they're up by a lot here to the first place Wolfpack. And I think we're getting close here, but it might be safe to say that they're going to take game number 2. 0-0 to Thomas Blayhouse. Misses outside for ball 1, 1-0. Thomas holds on the second pitch, 2-0. Thomas Blayhouse. Thomas already has a solo blast in the game. As that pitch misses outside, 3-0. The count. That's in play. Dom slips as he's making the throw, and Thomas Blayhouse beats it out. That was a tough play for Dominic DeMiro as he was shading over towards right field for the left-handed Thomas Blayhouse. That's a tough play to make, and Thomas reaches on an infield single. Aaron Schofield comes up to the plate. As first pitch hits Schofield on the shoulder. 1-0. The count now. Cyclones leading big. His total score 17-8. That hits Schofield on the back. 2-0. 2-0 here to Aaron Schofield. So that hits the back of the strike zone for strike 1. 2-1 to Aaron Schofield. That pitch misses. 3-1. 3-1 on the way. Hits Aaron Schofield, and that's going to be a walk for Schofield and the Wolfpack. And there's now runners on first and second for Brian Hewlett. There's one out in the bottom of the third. Cyclones winning big here, 17-8. The DeMiro brothers have 4 home runs, 3 3-run home runs from Gabe DeMiro. Should have been 4. And 1 3-run home run from his brother, Dominic DeMiro. And Gabe DeMiro having the best AWA debut in the history of our league. 1-0, the count to Brian Hewlett as he holds in the high fastball. Swing and fouling that pitch off. 2-0, the count to Brian Hewlett. That hits the strike zone for strike 1, but it's not a strike because it's 58 miles an hour, and the count will remain 0-2. It's 2-2. My bad. Sorry. My bad. 2-2 is the count. So that pitch misses outside. 3-2 full is the count to Brian Hewlett. And that's in the air. Dominic DeMiro is right under it, and he makes the grab for out number 2. And the Cyclones are now 1 out away from winning game 2 and taking the series against the Wolfpack. Cyclones again leading 17-8 in game number 2. Cyclones were a game back of the Wolfpack in the American League to start the day off, and Cyclones looking to regain that top spot in the American League back. 0-1 the count to Alex Harden, who has a 2-run blast in the game already. As that pitch hits for strike number 2, 0-2 the count. 0-2 on the way. Alex holds for ball 1, 1-2. To Alex Harden. The 1-2. And that's foul ball down the third base line off the Quackenbush. And the count will remain 1-2 to Alex Harden. Wolfpack down to their last out. There's runners on first and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Scores 17-8 Cyclones. Alex fouls that pitch off. Count will remain 1-2. Alex fouls that pitch off as well, and the count will stay 1-2. Unfortunately, that ball went over to the neighbor's yard. We lost that one. 1-2 on the way. And that's deep. DeMiro can't make it. Make the play. And Alex Harden, 3-run blast. His second of the game. And Alex Harden giving the Wolfpack some hope. And the score is now 17-11 Cyclones. We're here in the bottom of the third of game 2. Score 17-8, 17-11 Cyclones. Tyler Clout comes up to the plate. First pitch to Tyler. Misses for ball 1. Second pitch. Did not go. 1-1 the count. I didn't get that one. 2-1. That's 55 right there. 2-1. As that was low. 2. Sorry. 3. Jack, you have 3-2, 3-1, right? 3-1. 3-1 the count to Tyler Clout. Nobody on. 2 outs in the bottom of the third of game 2. Game 3. Game 2. What? 3-1 on the way. Misses, and Tyler Clout draws another walk. And the Wolfpack have a runner on first for Thomas Blayhouse. Wolfpack down to their final out of game 2. Score 17-11. Oh, on the way to Thomas Blayhouse. Swinging at the first pitch fastball for strike 1, 0-1. Thomas Blayhouse. That was 61, Evan.
That was Shaq.
Cool it, bro. 1-1. Oh, sorry, my bad. One and 1. 2-1 the count to Thomas Blayhouse. 2-1 on the way. Fouls that pitch off. The count moves to 2-2 even. 2-2. Score is 17-11 Cyclones. So that pitch misses outside and brings the count to 3-2 full to Thomas Blayhouse. 3-2 on the way. Swinging.
There's no way I was watching.
Strike 3, and that's the game. Cyclones take game 2, total score 17-11. And the DeMiro brothers absolutely dominated in game number 2. Gabe DeMiro, in his debut, had 3 3-run home runs. Dominic DeMiro had a 3-run home run as well. And the Cyclones take game 2 and the series, total score 17-11. Cyclones took game 1 as well. Total score in that game was 7-4, and Gabe DeMiro had a grand slam in that game as well. For those of you with us on TikTok, please go check out our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube live stream going on over there. There's multiple camera angles, player interviews, player stats, good music, and overall a better viewing experience over on our YouTube channel. As we're getting ready to start game number 3 of the 3-game series, the Cyclones have already taken the series. They've won the first 2 games. They won game number 2, total score of 17-11, and game number 1, total score of 7-4. It's been a hot one here today in Washington State, as at game time start of game number 1, it was 100 degrees. Oh yeah. Hottest day of the year in Washington State. Been an absolute heat wave, so we want to make sure that we give all the players enough rest in between games and let them hydrate enough. Thank goodness for all these trees out here, as we have enough shade to bear the heat. If you're joining us here today, you picked a good game, a good matchup to tune into. Cyclones and the Wolfpack are 2 of the best teams in the league and the 2 best teams in the American League division. And they've been putting on a show today. But the story has just been mostly Cyclones, as Gabe DeMiro has been absolutely dominant in his debut. He has 4 home runs and 13 RBIs in his debut, and he has just been absolutely crushing it for the Cyclones. What a debut to have. Best debut in AWA history. On Wednesday, we will not have a normal AWA matchup. We will have our AWA All-Star game. You'll be able to see the league's best talent on display on Wednesday. Be sure to tune in to that live stream and catch the American League and the National League match. Oh gosh, the freaking camera went out.
Yeah, that's fine.
My bad.
Flat out.
I wasn't even paying attention. It's hard to pay attention sometimes when I'm tri-tasking. Woo! I'm sweating, dude. My hands start sweaty and like what?
All right, here we go.
All right, Chad, I'm back. We're getting ready for game number 3. Dominic DeMiro will be back on the mound for the Cyclones. Alex Harden at the dish, the 0-0 to Alex. First pitch connects for strike number 1, 0-1. Now the count 54. 0-1 to Alex Harden. As he rips that down the third baseline into the Quackenbush. 0-2. The count now to Alex Harden. Swinging at the low pitch, and that's a 3-pitch strikeout for Dominic DeMiro to start off game number 3 for the Cyclones. And there's now 1 out in the top of the first of game 3. Tyler Clout coming up to the plate. The 0-0 on the way to Tyler Clout. Swinging at the first pitch curve for strike number 1. 0-1. 0-1 on the way. Misses low and outside for ball 1. Dom's first ball he's thrown of the game. That pitch misses high, 2-1. Now the count, nobody on, 1 out in the top of the first of game 3. That pitch misses inside, 3-1 the count to Tyler Clout. If you're just joining us on TikTok, be sure to go check out our YouTube channel. The games will be live streamed on our YouTube channel as well. Go check it out. Overall, a better viewing experience, multiple camera angles, player interviews, and player stats. Go check it out. As Tyler Clout works another walk. Tyler Clout, all he's been doing today is working walks. He does have a grand slam on the day, and he's been very effective getting on base for the Wolfpack today. Aaron Schofield coming up to the dish. 0-0 to Schofield. As he fouls the first pitch off for strike 1, 0-1. Count to Schofield. The 0-1 on the way. Misses low for ball number 1, 1-1. The count to Schofield. 1-1. Misses low, 2-1. Wolfpack have a runner on first. There's 1 out in the top of the first. And that's in play back to Dominic DeMiro, the pitcher. And, his brother Gabe DeMiro is not going to make the catch at second, and everybody's going to be safe. There's now runners on first and second for the Wolfpack. Josh Bergman comes up to the plate. 0-0 to Josh Bergman. Fouls the first pitch off for strike 1, 0-1 the count. It's a great decision from Dominic DeMiro trying to get the lead runner out at second. It was just unfortunate. I think that's Gabe DeMiro's only mistake of the day, as he's just been hitting incredible today in his debut. 0-1 the count to Josh Bergman. Strike 2 to Josh Bergman. I'm listening to them. I can't see from up here. 0-2 the count. 0-2 to Josh Bergman. Hits the strike zone for strike 3. And that's another strikeout for Dominic DeMiro. In the bottom of the first. Runners on first and second for Brian Hewlett. There's 2 outs. Score is 0-0. Brian swinging at the first pitch curve for strike 1, 0-1 the count. Brian fouls that pitch off for strike number 2, 0-2. The count to Brian Hewlett. 0-2 on the way. That's in play. And Gabe DeMiro is, he's going to get the out as Aaron Schofield Aaron Schofield is called out at second.
Yeah, no, it passed. It hit the back net. But,
He was out already on second. That's 3 outs.
I'm just trying to get a double.
Aaron Schofield is called out at second. That's the 3rd out of the inning. And the score will remain 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the 1st. It was a force. But either way, as there's a couple of arguments going on to see if Aaron Schofield got out at second, and he in fact was called out. So the score will remain 0-0. Cyclones get out of the inning with no damage done as we head into the bottom of the 1st. Alex Harden will be on the mound for the Wolfpack in Game 3. For those of you with us on TikTok, please go check out our YouTube channel. We got a live stream going on over there. Overall, a better viewing experience. We got multiple camera angles, a scoreboard, and everything. Go check it out over on the YouTube channel. So we're getting ready for the bottom of the 1st. Evan Clugston up to the plate for the Cyclones. As the first pitch misses high, 1-0 to Evan Clugston. Second pitch connects for strike 1, 1-1. By the way, all your pitches were 55 and under that inning.
You're trying to adjust.
Yeah, that was good. 2-1. Count now to Evan Clugston. 3-1 moves the count. And there's nobody on, nobody out in the bottom of the 1st for the Cyclones. The score is 0-0 in Game 3, but the Cyclones took the first 2 games of the 3-game series. They won game number 1, total score of 7-4, and game number 2, total score of 17-11. And that's ball 4 to Evan Clugston, and he's going to walk. Cyclones get their lead runner on in the bottom of the 1st of Game 3, and Dominic DeMiro comes up to the plate. Dom had a 3-run blast in Game 2. Oh, to Dom. That's crushed. Foul down the 3rd baseline for a long strike, and Dominic DeMiro just missed the foul pole for a home run there. The 0-1 to DeMiro. Hits him for ball 1, 1-1. The count. 1-1 on the way. Misses high, 2-1. The count. Two and 1 here in the bottom of the 1st. No outs. And that's in play to Josh Bergevin. He's going to bobble the ball, and that's a tough play to make. Everybody's going to be safe. And Gabe DeMiro is going to come up to the plate, who is having the best debut in AWA history. 0-0 on the way to Gabe DeMiro. Swing at the first pitch, curve for strike number 1, 0-1 the count. Gabe DeMiro had 3 home runs in Game 2 and a grand slam in Game 1. He's got 4 home runs and 13 RBIs on the day. 0-1. That misses for ball number 1, 1-1 the count to Gabe DeMiro. That pitch misses low, 2-1. Now the count. That misses outside, 3-1 to Gabe DeMiro. And that misses outside as well, and Gabe DeMiro is going to draw the walk. And the Cyclones are going to have bases loaded in the bottom of the 1st. There's no outs in the inning for Jeremy Lankstead, who is still rocking the best shoes I've seen on today. He's rocking the sandals. You got to love it. 0-0 to Jeremy Lankstead. That pitch misses high for ball 1, 1-0. 1-0. And that's deep to Brian Hewlett, but he makes the grab. Evan's not going to tag.
Actually, I was.
Well, he was, but he slipped over on first. And there's now 1 out in the inning. Bases remain loaded, and Evan Clugston's going to step up to the plate. Score remains 0-0 in Game 3. Cyclones took the first 2 games of the series. 0-0 on the way to Evan misses outside for ball number 1. 1-0. So that pitch misses inside 2-0 to Evan Clugston. That ball hits him. 3-0 to Evan. And that pitch misses outside for a walk, and that'll drive in a run. And the Cyclones now leading early, 1-0 in the bottom of the first. There's 1 out. Dominic DeMiro comes up to the plate. Scores 1-0 Cyclones in Game 3. Cyclones took the first 2 games. Game 1, total score 7-4. Game 2, 17-11. Looking to complete the sweep here in Game 3 as DeMiro pops that up to Alex Harden on the pitcher's mound. And there's only 2 outs in the inning. Bases will remain loaded for Gabe DeMiro. You might get sick of me saying it, but having the greatest debut in AWA history, it's just been impressive what Gabe's been able to do today. On the way to Gabe. That misses low for ball 1, 1-0 to Gabe DeMiro. That misses low as well, 2-0. That pitch connects for, it was lower, for strike 1, 2-1. Gabe swinging at the high fastball, 2-2 even. And now the count. Cyclones have bases loaded in Game 3. There's 2 outs in the inning. 2-2 on the way. Gabe holds for ball 3, 3-2 full. Now the count. 3-2. Misses outside, and that's going to drive in another run for the Cyclones. And the score is 2-0 Cyclones in Game 3. Jeremy Lankstead comes up to the plate
Back at it again.
for the Cyclones.
Saved it. Or a walk.
It's been all Cyclones here today.
What up?
Been a great offensive performance from the DeMiros and the
I like
Cyclones.
how you're phrasing it, man.
0-0 to Jeremy Lankstead as he swings at the first pitch for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Jeremy. Second pitch just misses outside for ball 1, 1-1
One job.
to Jeremy. That misses inside 2-1. Now the count. 2-1 on the way. Connects for strike number 2, 2-2. The count to Jeremy Lankstead. Score is 2-0 in Game 3. Cyclones leading off a pair of walks, walked-in runs from Alex Harden.
Back. That's unquestionable.
2-2 on the way here to Jeremy Lankstead. Misses high. 3-2 full. Now the count. A walk would drive in a run. Strike 3 got him. And the Wolfpack get out of the inning, but 2 runs do come home for the Cyclones. And the score is 2-0 in Game 3 as we head into the top of the second. For those of you with us on TikTok, we've got a YouTube live stream going on over on our YouTube channel. The link for that's in the bio. Go check it out. It's a better viewing experience. Multiple camera angles, player stats, player interviews, music and everything. It's a good experience over there. We will also be having the AWA All-Star Game on this coming Wednesday. Check all of the league's best talent out in the All-Star Game on Wednesday. The 0-0 on the way to Alex Harden. Hits the outside part of the strike zone for strike 1, 0-1. Now the count. The 0-1. Alex fouls that down the third baseline into the Quackenbush. 0-2. The count to Alex Harden. 0-2. And that's in play. Gabe DeMiro right under it, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1. There's now 1 out in the top of the second for Tyler Clout, nobody on. Score is 2-0 Cyclones. 0-0 on the way here to Tyler Clout. Misses behind him for ball number 1, 1-0. 1-0 on the way. Misses outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Again, Chad, if you want to check out our All-Star game that we'll have going on, the live stream for that will happen on Wednesday. It won't be a normal AWA matchup. It'll be the AWA All-Stars voted on by the fans. Will happen on Wednesday. Check out the league's best talent. 2-0 is the count to Tyler Clout in the top of the second. So that pitch misses 3-0. The count. Nobody on in the inning. And that pitch misses. Another walk for Tyler Clout. Hey, Alex.
Yeah, McLeod and I played together for like just me 8-10 years.
That's right. There's 1 out in the top of the second of Game 3. Aaron Schofield to the plate. Curve misses 1-0. Count to Aaron Schofield. That misses outside. 2-0. Yeah, 1 out. 1 out in the inning. Wolfpack have a runner on first. Cyclones leading in Game 3, 2-0. Cyclones took the first 2 games of the series. And that's in play over Jeremy's head. It's going to fall. Tyler's going to hold. He's going to go. He's going to advance to third. Aaron Schofield and Tyler Clout are going to advance to second and third on the overthrow from Jeremy Lankstead. And the Wolfpack now have runners on second and third in the top of the second for Josh Bergevin. There's only 1 out in the inning. Josh Bergevin, the go-ahead run at the plate. Aaron Schofield, the tying run on second. As Josh swings at the first pitch, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Fouls the second pitch off, 0-2. The count to Josh Bergevin. Again, there's runners on second and third for the Wolfpack. Scores 2-0 Cyclones, 1 out for Josh Bergevin. And that's in play to Dominic DeMiro. He looks Tyler back, makes the play at first to get Josh out. Great play from Dominic DeMiro. And the run will not score from third. And there's now 2 outs here in the inning. Brian Hewlett comes up to the plate. Aaron Schofield, the tying run on at second. Brian Hewlett, the go-ahead run at the plate. The 0-0 to Brian. As that pitch misses outside for ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 on the way. Misses inside 2-0 to Brian Hewlett as he quickly gets in a hitter's count. 2-0 on the way. Hits the strike zone for strike 1. 2-1 the count. Now to Brian Hewlett as that pitch just nicked the inside part of the zone. 2-1 the count. Cyclones leading 2-0. The Wolfpack have the tying run on at second and Aaron Schofield in the go-ahead run. And Brian Hewlett at the plate. The 2-1 on the way. And that's crushed right to Gabe DeMiro, and he makes the play at first. Great play from Gabe DeMiro, and the Cyclones get out of it with no damage dealt. And the score will remain 2-0 Cyclones as we head into the bottom of the second of Game 3. If you're still with us on TikTok, be sure to go check out our YouTube channel. The link for our YouTube channel is in the bio. We have a YouTube live stream going on over there. Overall, a better live streaming experience. You got a scoreboard, multiple camera angles, and everything over on the YouTube channel. On Wednesday, we will be having our AWA All-Star Game. Be sure to check that out and see all of the best talent on display on Wednesday. So we're moving that ball. We got time called for player safety. The first pitch to Evan Clugston missed for ball 1, 1-0 the count to Evan. As that pitch misses high, or the strike. 1-1 to Evan Clugston. This is low, 2-1. Count to Evan. 2-1. Connects for strike 2, 2-2 the count. Cyclones have nobody on, nobody out in the bottom of the second of game 3.
Attaboy, foul tip.
Foul tips that off. The count will remain 2-2 to Evan Clugston.
Tell me, did you actually hear something?
Yeah, I did. I actually heard that. Strike 3. Got him. Strikeout for Alex Harden. There's 1 out in the bottom of the second for Dominic DeMiro. Cyclones leading 2-0. 0-0 to Dominic. And that's crushed.
Fair.
Flares. It's a fair ball. Dominic DeMiro.
Out of play, just one back.
It's out of play, and Dom will just get second.
Oh, that's a double?
Yeah, it's just a double.
Dude, how do you hit a triple?
Dominic DeMiro will reach second
Did you give me a triple last week?
as the ball went out of play.
I hit a triple, but it was because the second baseman missed, so it was double.
A lot of spin on the ball over on the first baseline. It went out of play. And Dominic DeMiro was awarded second.
Boom, got a triple.
Gabe DeMiro stepping back up to the plate. Gabe been a force for the Cyclones thus far today as he takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. He's got 4 home runs, 13 RBIs on the day. 1-1 the count now to Gabe DeMiro. The 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1, as the Cyclones have a runner on second
I don't know what even that means.
with 1 out in the bottom of the second.
He was trying.
Game 3. They are leading 2-0. 2-0 Cyclones. 2-1 on the way. Swing and the miss from Gabe DeMiro. 2-2 the count now. And that misses outside, 3-2. 3-2 full the count. 3-2. Fouls that off, and the count will remain 3-2 full to Gabe DeMiro. Score is 2-0 Cyclones here in game 3. 3-2 on the way. Connects, and that's strike 3. What a pitch from Alex Harden. And Gabe DeMiro goes down on strikes. There's now 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Jeremy Langstead to the plate. Swinging at the first pitch, 0-1 to Jeremy Langstead. 0-1. Connects. 0-2 now the count to Jeremy. The 0-2. Swinging at the curve, and Jeremy strike 3. Alex Harden, 2 consecutive strikeouts to end the bottom of the second. As we head into the top of the third of game 3, Cyclones leading 2-0, and they're 3 outs away from getting the sweep. Cyclones won game 1, total score of 7-4. They won game 2, total score of 17-11, and they're leading 2-0 in game 3. Alex Harden's going to lead it off for the Wolfpack. For those of you with us on TikTok, go check out our YouTube. The games are being live streamed over there. The link for our YouTube's in the bio. If you want to see multiple camera angles, a scoreboard, as well as player stats and some music, go check out our YouTube channel. It's a great experience. over there. We will also be having the AWA All-Star Game on Wednesday. Go see all the best talent play on Wednesday. The 0-0 to Alex Arden to start off. Top of the third is a ball, 1-0. The count to Alex Arden. Second pitch connects for strike 2. 2-0 the count. Or sorry, 0-2 the count. 1-1 the count, sorry. 1-1 is the count. 1-2 the count. There's so much going on right now, man. I'm trying to like 1-2 to Alex Harden. As that's in play, DeMiro dives and he makes the play. What a play from Dominic DeMiro. Tossed it on the web gem. And there's now 1 out in the top of the third for Tyler Clout. Nobody on. And the Cyclones are 2 outs away from sweeping the Wolfpack.
All right.
0-0 is the count to Tyler Clout. Nobody on, 1 out in the top of the third. That's in play to Jeremy Langsted. He makes the play. As that play was close. And we're gonna make sure we replay that to get that correct, as it was a really close play over there at first.
Can I get like the Xbox headset?
Call New York.
Yeah.
Trying to see if Tyler Clout is out over there at first. If he's out, there'll be 2 outs for the Wolfpack. And Tyler Clout beats it out. He's safe.
Good house, babe. Oh boy.
That's a hit for Tyler Clout. Infield single. Aaron Schofield comes up to the plate for the Wolfpack. There's a runner on first. 1 out in the top of the third. Cyclones leading 2-0. As the first pitch misses outside for ball 1, 1-0 to Aaron Schofield. Schofield ropes that into foul territory for strike 1. That would have been a home run if it would have stayed fair. 1-1. 2-1 now the count to Aaron Schofield. There's a runner on first for the Wolfpack. 2-0 Cyclones. 1 out for Aaron Schofield. Two and 1 the count. On the way to Schofield. Swinging at the curve. Moves the count to 2-2 even. 2-2 on the way to Schofield. Misses outside, 3-2 full. Now the count. 3-2 full on the way from DeMiro. And Schofield fouls that off. Count will remain 3-2 as DeMiro is diving to make the play, but he was way out of reach. 1 runner on for the Wolfpack. For Aaron Schofield, there's 1 out in the top of the third. Cyclones leading 2-0 in game 3. Cyclones 2 outs away from completing the sweep. Aaron Schofield is the tying run at the plate. 3-2 full is the count. On the way. That's in play. Back to Dominic. He bobbles the ball. Can't make the out at first. Schofield beats it out. And the Wolfpack have runners on first and second for Josh Bergevin. 1 out in the top of the third. Josh Bergevin, the go-ahead run. Aaron Schofield, the tying run at second.
Jeez, Dominic, you're going to break your whole body with these guys. God.
Oh no, the count to Josh Bergevin. Swinging at the first pitch for strike number 1, 0-1. 0-1 on the way. Swinging at the second pitch for strike number 2, 0-2 to Josh Bergevin. That pitch misses outside for ball number 1. The count moves to 1-2. Wolfpack have runners on first and second. 1 out in the top of the third. So that hits Josh for ball 2. 2-2. Is the count to Josh Bergman. Cyclones leading 2-0. Josh Bergevin, the go-ahead run for the Wolfpack. Aaron Schofield, the tying run on at second, or at first. 2-2 to Josh. That's back to Dominic DeMiro, and he makes the out at third for the force. Good play from Dominic DeMiro, getting the lead runner. And the Wolfpack will have runners on first and second for Brian Hewlett, as there's 2 outs in the top of the third, and the Wolfpack are down to their final out of the day. 0-0 the count to Brian. Fouls the first pitch off for strike 1, 0-1. Josh Bergevin is the tying run at first, and Brian Hewlett is the go-ahead run at the plate. 0-1 on the way. Misses outside for ball 1. 1-1. The 1-1. That's in play to Dominic DeMiro, and he is going to make the play at first for the third out of game number 3, and the Cyclones complete the sweep of the Wolfpack, taking all 3 games today. They take game number 1, total score of 7-4. Game number 2, total score of 17-11. And game 3, total score of 2-0. And the Cyclones complete the sweep of the Wolfpack and go atop the American League division. Great performances from Gabe DeMiro in his debut. He had 4 home runs and 13 RBIs and was easily the MVP of today. Good stuff from Gabe DeMiro. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching with us. We will have our All-Star game going on Wednesday. Be sure to tune in for that and see all the league's best talent. Same time, 5:45. All right, everybody have a great night, and we will see you back here on Wednesday. Dingers or nothing.
All right, ballers, we're gonna switch over to one of these real quick. So we slash me are gonna do a little Q&A here, just to see what kind of questions you guys got, because I know there's a whole bunch of stuff that we don't like explain too well in every video, but you can do whatever you want, Alex. No one cares. All right. Gabe will not be returning, unfortunately. Gabe has like actual real life to do, and he lives in Texas, so he's kind of out of the question for now.
I don't care. So it hits the metal for me. That was a ball. That was a ball.
The bat we use? Well, okay, so the bat we use is literally just this one.
I'm gonna go talk to you.
Yeah, I don't know what bat this is.
I'm gonna leave. I gotta.
All right, peace out, Alex. Good seeing you. Yep.
Yeah. If you wanna come by the beach tonight.
Yeah, I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
Cause we're going down afterwards.
I'm hungry.
Go get food, man. Xbox or PlayStation? I mean, I'm a Halo fanboy, so I'm always down for some Xbox. I mean, you know how it is.
Wait, what is this?
We're doing some Q&A again, Mark.
Oh, can I do Q&A?
Yeah. All right, good seeing you, Josh. All right, we got Mark Campanero sitting down with me over here. Mark is the man doing the commentary He can't see all your guys' questions that I'm answering, so having him out here is.
What do I look at? Where's the camera?
I put it over there.
Oh,
You don't have to look at it if you don't want to, but I just read them off of the thing.
gotcha.
How big is the field? So our field dimensions, we actually have a good video on our field dimensions on our Instagram because it gives the whole exact dimensions of it. Because we have our third baseline is 78 feet.
Huh?
Alright, I can just take that one down.
Yeah. And then our first baseline is 90 feet. Carver, that's lit.
Oh, what do you say? Oh. Heck yeah, Carver. Do it, man.
Barry, my name is Deuce.
What is that stock comp?
No.
All right.
The only time I played myself is pitching. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at pitching. Post-game preferred food?
Oh,
What do you usually get,
Chick-fil-A is always my answer to these questions.
Yeah.
I love Chick-fil-A. I'm a huge Chick-fil-A connoisseur.
No T-ball?
Okay. T-Bell, I used to be big on T-Bell. But lately, I've been kind of having some bad experiences with T-Bell. And they don't have any more potatoes anymore.
They brought him back.
Oh, they brought him back?
They brought him back.
Okay, then they're back up there. I need to have some T-Bell now. I kind of want it, you know?
T-ball's lit.
T-Bell is lit. I agree.
Yeah. Height? I'm 6 foot.
I'm 6'5".
Yeah, for sure, bro.
No, I'm 5'9", and I'm proud of it.
Dang straight.
Kind of. I wanted to be 6 foot. That was my goal in life, but I didn't get there.
Stats for his standings and stuff, or website for his standings and stats, we need to get that started. That's a lot of work just because, transferring all the stats we have from every game takes a while, and that's all on Jackson. He has to go through every game and every pitch count because we do location data for hits too, but that's all manual input, so it's it's such a pain to do that. But we definitely need to figure out how to export that to an Excel spreadsheet and then post that, because that would be really cool to see how everyone's doing in the league. That'd be fun.
Yeah, no,
that'd be a good time.
Completely agree, and I just got to say something, Derek. Heck yeah. I love the spicy number 2. Great call. How many of us play college ball? Actually, every one of us played college ball. That's a complete lie. I'm kidding. I only played high school ball. I know a few guys off the top of our head. Thomas Blayhouse is currently playing college ball for the University of Washington, and Dominic DeMiro played baseball for the University of Hawaii.
Yeah, other than that, no one else here played baseball in college. I could have played soccer. I just didn't want to go to college. I don't like college. It's not for me. College is good.
Yeah,
college,
but the reason we didn't want to go on and pursue our professional baseball dreams is because we've always wanted to be professional wiffle ball players anyways. So,
damn, that's facts.
We're living that dream right now, if you know what I mean.
OG.
Hey,
so we
man.
don't.
Hey, stop it over there.
So
We're
we don't use the yellow bats because we want more home runs. So that's one of the major differences between us and other wiffle ball leagues. We're not concerned about getting a ton of strikeouts and stuff like that, but we want to have bombs. We want to have dingers. We want to have home runs and pop-offs. That's what our whole thing is about. There's a reason our sign in the outfield says dingers or nothing, because it's either a dinger or it's nothing. Jake played college ball.
Oh, that's right, Jake.
Yeah.
Jake Oliver. He played college baseball with Edmonds Community College. I'm sorry, Jake. Jake, what's going on, my man? How you doing? I missed you tonight, dude. The heck? Also, to go off of Trey's point, in saying we have a speed cap as well in the AWA of 55 miles per hour. And the reason for that is, like Trey was saying, we want to more emphasize hitting home runs as opposed to striking batters out all the time. So we do use, I think it's the Eason Pro Sticks wiffle ball bat.
It's definitely Eason something, whatever it actually is.
Eason Pro Sticks, and we try to emphasize dingers, so we cap all of our pitchers at 55 miles per hour in the league.
Yeah. Also because anything more than 55 is hard to hit for someone who isn't like necessarily athletic, because there's still a few people in the league who are just like here to have a good time, and having a good time is like the whole reason we all came out here. So having it like, if we had our cap at like 60, that's like trying to hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. That's just A, hard for anybody to do, B, hard because it's wiffle ball, and C, it's just not fun, and it doesn't give a lot of home runs.
And then I think Gavin asked the inning amount. So the inning amount, Gavin, is we do 3-game series every series, or 3-inning games for each game, so a total of 9 innings every 3-game series. Jake, true that. It is hot. To start off the games today, at the beginning of game 1, it was 100 degrees. And for those of you who live in Arizona and things like that, you're thinking, oh, that's nothing. But here in Edmonds, Washington, I mean, it never reaches triple digits. So we don't know how to live with that out here.
Yeah, we do
not know what to do.
We live out here specifically to not have that. And we broke all-time records for heat yesterday out here, and today was like 5 degrees hotter. So sitting underneath here, like, granted, it's really cool to like be shaded and stuff like that, but it's like a greenhouse in here. So it's like, it's awful in here. Like, I'm sure it wasn't like too much better for you sitting on the ladder out there doing commentary.
I'm sweating and I didn't even move.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Like, I saw Dominic DeMiro after the game and he's just dripping sweat, and Alex Harden was too. It was just, it
was
crazy.
all bad. Day Yandel, right now we don't have a Patreon just because like that's not what we're really about, but like chat donations is basically the only way we get stuff right now. I mean, we're not really like in it for the money necessarily. We're just here to have fun. So that's more on Jack. But like, if you want to support, feel free. We're still working on getting the Quackenbush sign for Chad. Because
was Quackenbush in here tonight?
Yeah, he was.
My guy Quackenbush.
He's not here now, but like some dude actually commented last week, and he's like a local to Edmonds.
Oh,
and
really?
he like has a sign company. He's like, "Do you guys want a neon sign?" I was like,
absolutely.
We would destroy it. And he was like, "No, like lights." I'm like, "Dude, that'd be lit. That'd
absolutely.
Be awesome."
Absolutely. Also, Daniel Silva, to answer your question, I am Mark Campanaro, yes. What's going on?
Wolfpack 97, that's a good name. I'm not a fan of it because that's not my team, and I hate playing against them. But
what was it?
That is pretty lit, dude. That's awesome. That's huge. Definitely going to have to watch some of that stuff later. Are you going to Tokyo this year? Making the field actually wasn't up to either of us. That was the commissioner, Jack Blayhouse, and his dad, who did all the work. His dad's our head groundskeeper, so everything you see here is like fully funded by us, like for like the experience of playing wiffle ball here, because we have an entirely new field this year. We took out a bunch of trees from last year, so it's been crazy to see like how much harder it is to hit like dingers this year, because the fence being like even 10 feet farther back, it's hard. Yeah, the games are all over. Did Cyclones sweep?
Cyclones swept tonight. If you're wondering on the scores, I remember them because I said it so many times. Cyclones won the first game, total score of 7-4. They won the second game 17-11, and they won the last game 2-0. And just to say it again, I mean, Gabe DeMiro definitely had the best debut performance we've ever seen in the AWA. He had a grand slam in game 1,
2 3-run home runs in the same inning in game 2,
and then he had another one in the last inning.
Yeah, that's nuts.
4 home runs, 13 RBIs total from Gabe DeMiro, and it was a pretty cool show today.
It's one of the only better performances I've ever seen than mine of last week, but I mean, you know.
Trey is correct. Trey did have one of the best performances in AWA history last week. It's pretty impressive.
We still won.
Also, Jake, all construction sites were closed in Seattle. Dude,
jeez,
I don't blame them for doing that. It was hot today.
Oh hell no,
it was hot today.
Max, not all of us are from EWHS. Probably like what, 10 of us?
A lot of us, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
Trey and I are.
Yeah. Both Joshes.
Joshes are. My brother.
Only 2 people from Terrace.
Yeah.
2 people from Terrace.
Peter McNeil, the stud on the.
Peter McNeil,
Southern Stingers.
all the Blayhouse brothers, Jack, Brock, and Thomas, all EWHS.
Derek, I got Chardonnay. Don't get it twisted.
Drinking White Claw. You know it, Derek.
Furthest home run from at this field, probably one of Thomas's bombs.
Yeah, Thomas
has hit some nukes.
But Jack Blayhouse in the first game the Pilots played against the Nighthawks this season, Jack Blayhouse had some to left center, the deepest part of the park that just were crushed. I think they went over the neighbor's fence.
Yeah,
so
and
those were pretty far.
And to clarify, the neighbor's fences here, like on the first base line, aren't too terribly far away, but the third base line and in center field, you have to hit a lick to hit a bomb over those.
Oh
like, that's incredible they went that far.
It's warming it, boys.
Peter!
What's going on, guys?
Peter McNeil's my favorite player.
Peter does the
right, mine too.
Peter does the live streams, so he does all the camera angles, all the sounds. So if you guys have any complaints about that,
send those to me.
He's your guy.
That's my fault.
He messes it up. I just sit next to him and do moderation.
Yeah.
Because Peter usually sits right here. I usually sit right here.
Yeah.
That's our setup.
Daniel, Mark, you made me root for the Pilots. I could have chosen the Nighthawks. Frowny face. Daniel, we're battling back. We appreciate your support. We're battling back. We're all rookies this year on the Pilots. It's been a little tough to start because, like, when you throw a wiffle ball, it just curves in so many different ways that a baseball would. So it's like all of us in the Pilots, we're trying to get it down. We're constantly practicing our pitching, and we haven't played in a while, and we get another little bit of a break. We don't play until the 14th of July, so I'm telling you, we're gonna make a push in the second half of the season. And again, thank you for your support. We appreciate it.
I got these next two. Scott, we have 6 teams in our league. Most teams have 4 to 5 players. A couple have 6, just based on availability. But we don't usually have to go outside too often to get like players to like fill in for us, other than like Gabe today. But it's a pretty like non-usual occurrence when that happens. Bowling, that's my boy. 279, Jesus. My best is only what? 242, yeah. So you got me by a lot. Yikes. 279 is nuts, dude.
That is crazy.
279 is insane.
I've never broke 200, so that's impressive.
All right, we're gonna do one more round of questions. So y'all got like 3 minutes to get them in, because we're about 30 seconds behind on the stream. So it's just too hot out here, guys. We gotta like go do anything that's not sitting under the 95-degree canopy right here. Jake, I've talked about that a few times. Not right now. Maybe in the future, but we both do different things. Another Jake. Prediction for All-Star game. I think we're going to stomp.
National League, baby.
I think we're going to stomp, honestly. Like, come on now. How much power we got? Like,
a lot.
You, me, Thomas? That's not fair.
Oh.
That's not fair.
It's tough. It's tough.
I don't know.
It's going to be a good one.
Trees division.
Yo, my friend Gabe.
No.
Oh.
Jack.
Tyler Pichette, he has been injured, kind of rehabbing, right? Like, I think he's been rehabbing a lot, so he hasn't made too many appearances.
We miss Tyler Pichette too. He's a great dude.
He's an awesome dude.
Great guy.
Favorite White Claw? None. I drink real alcohol. Next question.
I don't know. Whoa, okay, hold on. I love White Claws, by the way. I mean, I gotta go maybe like, I think right now mango, but I think it's a mood thing for me.
Mango?
Yeah.
Really?
I like mango, yeah.
You're the worst.
Oh, right now it's a mood thing.
We're running in the booth.
Hey, there we go. Smart.
We don't play other leagues. I mean, if we played in Vegas, it'd be 100 degrees every day, so we're not about that. We're not wusses up here, but like, that ain't that.
Jack, what time are we doing the
Mark, can you give a sheesh?
Sheesh!
There we go.
You want that one?
No.
I can do that.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen, by the way.
Sheesh.
Your loud sheesh. Inspiration for the league. We've actually been doing this since high school, right? Was it junior year?
Yeah, I mean, should we give them the like lowdown?
We
of
can,
how
yeah, we can definitely give like
began?
some of the backstory. So, was it junior or senior year?
So it was senior year. Jack Blayhouse, the commish, the man, the myth, the legend.
He's over here somewhere. He's hiding.
Jack needs to come over here and say some words. The man, Jack Blayhouse, me, Peter McNeil, Josh Bergevin. We're all in a personal finance class together.
I think we have a picture of that on Instagram.
Year. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Senior year of high school, and we decided to create a wiffle ball league back in high school. The league was originally called the Edmonds Wiffle Ball League, the EWBL. We held an actual like draft and everything, where we held up like jerseys and stuff like that. We had that in Jack's basement, and it was really fun. It was a great time. We had a Twitter account where we used to tweet stats and things like that, and just funny stuff on the Twitter account. And
good.
all of our games used to be held at a local park, not Jack's backyard. Jack went all out and helped and created this field, and it's amazing. And Jack's done an incredible job with this league. But the way that it originally originated was Peter, Jack, myself, and Josh Bergevin all in a personal finance class, just thinking, hey, it'd be really fun to create a wiffle ball league. And Jack has really grown it to where it's at today, and he's done an incredible job.
Yeah, literally everything you see here is like because Jack made it happen.
Yeah. Yep. Jack has been absolutely he's just taken this league off. It's been incredible. So
F the Sounders. Sounds like you're not in first place.
Jail. Tell them to go to jail.
Our schedule, I actually have it on my phone. Because that would be good for people to know like where stuff is happening.
So you can follow the Stingers.
Yeah. Do you have the AWA Insta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're using my
okay, yeah. But like after that, like can you like post it? Just like people at least the second half of the season schedule.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can post the schedule. The schedule's ever changing, so I guess our only the only thing that sucks sometimes about posting a schedule is sometimes games do change just due to availability issues and things like that. But yeah, we can possibly post a schedule for what we have so far currently.
Yeah. Bugs outside by you? We talked about this last time. So there are an insane amount of bugs here, right? Like you can't see them because they're so small and we don't have like 4K. But there are a literal million bugs around us right now. We invested in some off spray, so they're not biting the crap out of us like they have in the past. We're moving up in the world, but no, there are 1,000 billion insert number here bugs. It is awful. It's terrible.
I don't know what it is, but mosquitoes really like me, and I get probably maybe like 6 or 7 mosquito bites probably every game. It's crazy.
It's bad. All right, last questions. Then we're gonna wrap it up because it is just too goddamn hot to be out here right now. Watch other leagues. I personally don't. Yeah, that's it. I'm playing video games too much. Shout out to RuneScape.
I don't really watch any other leagues as well. We try to focus on what we do and how we position ourselves, and try to block out all the other competition noise.
Block out the haters.
Yeah.
Been vaxxed? Yes.
I have as well. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if to go in or not, honestly. I don't live here. We just come over and have fun. Alright, you good? Yeah.
I'm good.
Alright. We're going to cut it off there. Kieran, you have the last question of the day. Baseball leagues as a kid? Me and Mark actually played on the same team when we were in Little League. We were awful. 3D roofing.
Yeah, we played Little League baseball together. We were so Trey and I, not to toot our own horns or anything, but we were good. Our team just wasn't the greatest.
No. We also had Cole. Cole was also on our team.
Cole was, yeah. Cole was on
Yeah.
our team. Yep. Cole was on our team. Cole was also good, by the way.
Cole is good. Are you kidding me?
Oh, sorry, not was. I meant is. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I meant like on the little league
You're gonna do
team.
my
I meant like on the little league team. What's up? What's up? What I think? Whoa. Jeez. Whoa.
All right, guys. That's going to be it for today. That's fine. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support you guys are giving us. We really appreciate it. We will be back with the All-Star game on Wednesday starting at 5:30. We'll probably do a different stream than we usually have just because it's going to be a different format. But we'll see how it goes. We'll get everybody in here. We're
6-inning game.
playing a 6-inning game. Just hearing word now. A full 6 innings. Unheard of in the AWA.
All right.
It's the first time for everything. We will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys on the flip side.